What's up, everybody? It's your boys here and your girls here. This is
How
Barb.
progressive
What's
of
going
you.
on?
Hey.
David's in the house.
Yo, what's up?
Got some new statues.
I do.
George is back,
What's up, guys?
and Ryan is opening up like a taco or something.
Doritos.
No, I was boxing something up. Sorry, I didn't realize
That's
we
so
had that sound. Hey, how's it going?
So, So, did you guys all see? Everyone saw EndGame, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
So, what do you guys? I mean, Remy didn't want me to start because he's going to come in at 9:30, but we can still talk about it when he comes on.
I mean, we could talk about the new statues until he comes on.
Oh, the
Okay.
Logan.
Oh,
You want to pull it up? Do you want to pull it up, David?
I'll pull it up.
It's dope.
Pull it up. In 1 second.
That Logan's dope.
You guys are so lucky, you Marvel collectors. You.
Yeah.
You can. It's not too late. You can switch sides.
Nice. that Wolverine, dude. Wow. Let me
Fate
pull it
doesn't
up.
need any more friends. Any DC friends?
So this is a Daniel Bell sculpt.
I heard the pants are fabric.
Nice.
Really?
I don't like when they do that half and
I
half.
hate when
shit.
they do that. Yeah.
I know. It's like just don't be lazy and do the whole damn thing.
Nah, that can't be fabric, dude. Really?
Somebody said they confirmed. They confirmed it with Daniel. It's fabric.
It looks.
Really?
It looks fabric from here.
That's
Oh.
what I heard.
I
I'm
mean-
hoping he's wrong because
How many times have you sculpted something and it looks like it's fabric?
That's
that's
just
fair. There's a lot of that's fair.
But
You guys like this?
I love it until you guys told me it was fabric pants. If it's fabric pants, I ain't buying it.
Nope.
Yeah, and me neither.
Me neither, because I don't need a third Wolverine.
Say, what if it's sculpted?
Then I'll get it.
I got
No
no
idea.
idea.
If it comes with an old Logan swap out, I'll consider it.
An old man Logan?
Yep.
Dude, that would be dope, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it
It
would.
blew my mind.
They would have to
I
cut that seam if they did that right at the
beard.
white beater.
Yeah. But they
Oh.
wouldn't, right? It would be somewhere very noticeable.
Yeah.
You do it with the beard.
They don't like to hide it.
So next week comes out for pre-order. What do you guys think of price? What do you guys think?
That thing comes out next week.
Yep.
Mhm.
750. 750.
Motherfucker, bro.
690.
690.
690.
Yeah.
I say 650.
I feel like we should start a pool for this.
790.
A
790.
Deadpool.
No, too much, dude.
790.
I'm saying 790. I'm gonna go.
How much
high.
was the last one?
600.
585. It's the exclusive.
The last Wolverine was 585.
Yeah, the one you got and I got. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
How come-
650 probably.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking it's Wolverine, it's Logan.
It's
You
Daniel
know.
Bell.
Yeah, they got
Daniel
bills to
Bell.
pay and they got kids to put through
Oh,
college. dude.
is it Daniel Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Because I had read it was somebody else, Canali.
No, I think this is pretty sure it's Bell.
They're gonna take every collector and slowly bend them over.
That's
So it looks like he's in a bar. So I mean, how complex could the base be?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably a whiskey bottle on the floor or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Shattered glass everywhere.
Maybe it's got some
Crushing
glass with
more.
his claw marks. Like
Yeah.
he cut it. That'd be kind of cool.
I'm thinking that they're trying to recreate that whole scene in the first Wolverine where he fought
The first X-Men?
the first
Oh,
the first Wolverine movie, the Origins movie where he fought Sabretooth in the bar.
Oh,
That kind of makes me feel like that. So, of course, he had bone claws at that point.
Yo, what up, man?
Hey, what's up?
So you guys get Logan, we get this shit.
What up, Johnny? Whoa.
Yeah, that
Oh
was
my
great.
god.
Is that Amiga?
What a piece of
Is
shit.
that
This is-
Amiga from like
This is
the
the one,
Is that your most anticipated Flash?
this is the one you're talking about, right, David?
Dude, times are
Yeah.
tough. They had to create this instead of one of
What
the
a piece
statues.
of shit.
That looks horrible. Those Mezco things are better. Those 112 Mezcos.
Yeah.
I've seen the flash in those, and it actually looks nice. That looks like hot trash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's just the face doesn't match the body.
Even the Magneto looks like trash. They
I
did
haven't
this-
liked really any of the Sideshow 6-scale pieces.
Except Lobo. Their Lobo was pretty nice.
Yeah, Lobo was
that?
okay.
Okay.
And their Star Wars ones aren't that bad either. But I mean, how hard is it to make that? So,
Yeah, they had a Vader that was good too, right?
yeah.
Johnny, what do you
were
think of
talking
that?
about? Okay.
What do you think about that Wolverine? We were just
Yeah,
showing
Logan,
it,
the Logan, man, that thing is a beast. The sculpt is really nice. I didn't know it was Daniel Bell until Sorry, my phone just fell. Yeah, I didn't know it was Daniel Bell until he came out and said it. I was thinking it was the same guy that did the Punisher, but yeah, I mean that thing's awesome. I'm probably not gonna get it, but whoever gets it, man, it's an awesome piece.
Yeah, the edition size is gonna be crazy, and then we got this piece over here that I'm getting day one, not day one, because today's day one, and I'm waiting for edition size.
Hey,
Which
pull up
piece?
that previous picture, Dave.
Which one?
Okay. No, the one. Yeah, that one. Because the other pictures look like they're painted or like it came out of the animated series. This looks.
I think it looks great. I wish they would have put Nora on a higher pedestal slightly.
Yeah,
That would have been a little better, but I mean, I like it. It's nice.
I don't know. I'm not a big Mr. Freeze guy, so my opinion doesn't really matter with this, but it looks okay.
yeah. I mean,
That look bad.
It sucks that it's $700, and it doesn't make
That is
sense.
$700.
Yeah,
For
it doesn't make
fucking
sense.
What
Hold on,
Be-
720. Yeah.
Yeah,
is the helmet made out of sapphire or some shit?
it's probably glass.
See, that's
maybe
why I'm
plastic.
saying the Logan will probably be around 700. Look
Yeah.
at this, $700.
Dude, what a ripoff.
What,
I mean,
what up?
The
with
Wolverine's
them?
going to be smaller.
Yeah, the Wolverine is.
They're going to have a hard time justifying that.
But it's way more detailed than this.
You said this is 750?
720.
720.
This has a light up feature though.
That's got some detail to it. And it's
Where in
24
his
inches
head, in his
tall.
eyes?
No,
Now you got the
the
light up
the-
base.
The exclusive is the light up.
Yeah, the light up features on that.
Go through the pictures, David. They show you the light up feature. Just keep cycling through them. I think it's awesome.
I like it.
It's like a mix between comics and the mix between the animated series.
That's expensive though, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense because Batman and Superman cost what, 600, 500?
Well, at least they're consistent, right?
No, it's crazy.
Hulk was expensive.
There it
Joker-
is.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, so that lights up?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's it?
The little McDonald's.
The little McDonald's. Yeah, you're right.
You guys are crazy.
I said it looks like a little McDonald's toy.
That's literally the only thing that lights up?
Yeah.
I thought you guys were telling me the ice in the bottom lights up. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool.
No,
I
it doesn't do that.
think the suit could have more detail. My opinion.
Yeah.
It looks
A little
it looks
blandy
kinda
to me.
basic, doesn't it?
And yeah,
I mean,
This
most
looks
of
like a diamond select paint job.
yeah,
That's not a bad thing either, but that's
most
not. That's different.
Sideshow's pieces are pretty bland. Like even if you go look at that rogue I showed a picture of earlier, there's only a few colors on it. You know what I
Is
mean?
there?
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
The ice. I'd rather have the transparent, like the Prime one.
This should definitely be like $500. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's only 24 inches tall. It's 10 inches wide, 10 inches deep. You know what I mean? 11 inches deep, whatever.
I like the
But, like-
footprint though. That's one thing Sideshow kills at is nice footprints on their statues.
Yeah. It's
You know,
just
like
that
you have the chance of fitting two statues in on Besto with that shit.
my whole thing is like, okay, what's your other option? Your other option is a 1/3 giant ice Mr. Freeze for $1,500, right? So double the price. You're getting, you know what I mean? You're paying $1,500 for a statue. Like it, you know, if you're gonna be smart about it, you gotta go.
Well, depends what smart is. Is it smart to get the one you love or smart to get the one you like? I'm not
Yeah,
saying.
if
Or
you
is
got
it
the
way?
space for the 1/3, I would go with the 1/3. If I had
Yeah,
the
that
space
thing
for
is
it.
that thing's boss.
Well, so the thing is,
One-
I
the
play video
prime one.
games, and that's from the Origin series, and Origin sucked, so I hated that game.
Yeah.
So I wasn't a big fan of the characters in there, so I liked this actually more. But and then you know, Prime One just did their sale. They just did a sale, and we're
Mhm.
selling 1/3 at $600.
Yeah, they were.
Are you kidding
sure,
me? And they're
crazy.
going to charge me $1,500 for 1/3? Like you're out of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's might be too many facts for everybody, but think about it. You're about to drop $1,500 on a statue. You guys might want to, you know, reconsider sometimes, especially if you're going to be going in deep.
What's crazy about that sale is that they were selling the Noel X. I repeat, the exclusive Noel for $600.
That's crazy. It's
That
such a
is-
good
what?
statue too.
That is nuts.
For what? For this?
The Noel, no,
The Noel,
Noel.
the Batman Noel,
Yeah.
exclusive, bro. I thought that shit sold out years ago, and
Oh,
it was available.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
Prime
buddy
One
got the
shoots-
Arkham Knight pretty cheap. It's good.
Prime
You
One
picked
shoots
it
himself
up?
in the foot.
Cool.
What'd you say, Johnny?
I was gonna say Prime One shoots themselves in the foot because they do that sale because they do it regularly, and you know it's twice a year, so people wait for it. You know, and that's one of the reasons why their pieces don't sell because people are just waiting for the sale because they know it's coming.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
guess the question really is how much profit do they make off their pieces,
A lot.
right? If they still make a lot of profit off their sales, then all it does is make them look better than all the other companies. It should hurt their sales, I would
To be
think.
fair though, it's just the Arkham pieces, right? Like
Yeah.
the regular comic book versions sell.
Well,
so
how
it's,
much-
No, there were Transformers in there, and the Dark Knight that you have, I think, was in there as well.
Yeah.
oh,
And
the
they
regular
did,
version. Yeah, but
they
that's
did
that's,
this.
that's video game. That's Arkham too. You know what I
Didn't
mean?
didn't they do sales with New
Oh, the
52?
Dark Knight is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
No,
But they
no,
did-
no,
No.
no. They're
going-
actually not selling the 52 because that's Sideshow. So
Yeah.
whatever's going on between them, dude, it's good. It's getting heated because they're not selling Prime One, their new 52 stuff.
Mhm.
Um,
Hey, Tim, what's going on, bro?
That's because everyone's pissed they're not doing an Aquaman.
Happy
Fucking dickbag.
birthday,
Oh my god.
Mr. President.
Yo, you've been on fire lately.
Man. That's gonna be hard to not remember, bro. Thank you.
That's all I want in this life is to be remembered.
Jeez. I thought I might get one tonight.
Now picture him on a dress, on a white dress with.
No, I don't need any more pictures, bro.
that just like that picture. Wow.
That's it, man. This is my first time seeing you since you had the baby. Congrats, man.
Congrats, bro.
oh yeah,
Thanks,
congrats.
bro. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, dude. Congrats.
Thank you.
What are you doing down in your basement with us?
My wife gave me the clear.
He's hiding.
Okay.
My wife gave me the all clear. I just got out of the shower. I'm ready
Nice.
to feed the baby. You're all clear. I went, see ya.
He showered for you, Tim.
Nice.
No. She showered. I haven't showered today.
Are you on night hours? Are you working the night shift with the baby?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what we've been doing, but it sucks. I'm still awake all day, so whatever.
Are you guys doing breastfeeding or bottles? If you don't mind. Yes, I guess.
It's kind of personal. I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, I'm producing really well, so yeah, everything's good, man. I think
Okay, cool.
I think we're doing a an as needed formula.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's like if you are a lucky man, your wife will breastfeed, and you won't have to get up in the middle of the night and feed the baby. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
But
she does it
I
lightly.
still don't want her, I don't want her, doing every feeding all by herself.
Right.
It's important for me also to like hang out with the baby and like have that bonding moment, The kid loves me immediately. Like when I talk, she starts laughing and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? How is this happening? Yeah. So
Yeah, I thought you were gonna shave.
Yeah.
I swear I was gonna.
I was asking him that too.
She happened like a month and a half early, like way early, that I was like, it seems kind of stupid now. What's the point? I mean, she's seen the beard, so we got to put a poll up on one of the groups, and if people want me to shave, I'll do it. I don't care.
We're in the end game now.
Yeah. All right. Enough baby talk. Thanks everybody. Appreciate you guys. And Tim, thank you, man. The whole process, Tim's been hitting me with the knowledge on the side.
Mhm.
And I appreciate that. Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
I love you so much, bro.
What the heck is going on here?
How about a bromance moment?
Tim brings out the weird in me, man. What can I say?
Yeah.
Well,
They're all mushy and sappy and shit.
Yeah.
well, so what other is that? Is that all the statues?
I
Just showed that Batman that 1/6 from XM.
Holy
Like that.
shoot! Let me show that. Hold on, that looks amazing.
That thing looked awesome. And I saw you guys right before I jumped on, you were talking about that Logan. Woo!
Fire.
You getting
Fire. I mean, it really depends on the price. It depends on the edition size. I mean, that's definitely going to be in my collection.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm going to buy that piece. It's just whether or not I'm going to order it on day one or I'm going to order it a year from now. I'm definitely buying that piece.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think I have a feeling that edition size is going to be big on that one. Because
I don't know, man. You're probably right, and history would dictate that you are right. Man, that fucking face sculpt is crazy for Logan.
Yeah. How much do you think? How much do you think it's going to be?
Well, it's Daniel Bell. I mean, I'm like Johnny. When I saw the sculpt, I thought it was Marco Plouffe also. It didn't have the Daniel Bell look to me, but that's not a bad thing. But, you know, Daniel's pieces have been high priced, so I'm prepared for $700. There could be, there could be a body on the floor.
Well, his recent pieces, because I mean, you look at the Captain America, that was reasonably priced.
Was that $590?
And the Daredevil, yeah, Captain America and Daredevil were reasonable. They were under 600.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
We're in the end game now.
yeah, dude.
Keep saying that. Happy birthday, Tim, by the way.
PJ's ready to
Thank
talk
you.
spoilers.
Yeah, hold on, before we do that, then everyone that likes that Logan, sculpted pants or not sculpted pants, or like cloth
Those are fabric.
fabric.
Oh, it is fabric? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the jeans are fabric and the tank top sculpted.
Awesome. I got to save some money.
What about the dog? What about those dog tags? What about the dog tags? Are those like an actual chain, you think, or is it sculpted on there?
I don't know. I got to see the picture.
Yeah, I was kind of I was looking at it.
Are they hanging off his neck?
It kind of looks like it's hanging, but then again, I mean, they're not like hanging out, so I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah, show this Batman, bro.
Yeah, I clicked on you, David. So we're sharing.
That thing's beautiful.
Yeah,
Too
it
bad
is.
it's 1.6, man.
I mean, for 1.6, I'll consider picking it up, but depending on the price, it's probably going to be what, 500?
Yeah, I think if it stays consistent with the other pricing.
That's a lot for 1.6.
Yeah, it is.
The good thing about those ones though is you can save a lot on shipping if you get them from Big Bad Toy Store, because that 1.6 DC line they have the ability to sell them worldwide.
Are there any?
It's still $500.
Yeah.
Are there any
but I
up
mean,
right now?
It's cheaper. You're right. It is
If you
cheaper.
were paying the same shipping as you were for like the 1/4 or something like that, it would make it way worse.
But you could probably buy it for GFX for less, I would think. That's their US distributor, I think. George might know more about that than I do that.
It's about the same actually when you look at it.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And one you pay for the shipping, on the other one you pay $4 for shipping, but they add in the shipping on the other end, so it ends up being the same thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know Big Bad Toy Store kind of splits the shipping with you on the back end.
David, I sent you a link of a statue real quick.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's really quick. This is the Mara. I don't know if you guys seen it.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah.
I don't like that one.
And I'll have to find the cap pictures.
This,
Oh yeah, Captain America.
is
This
amazing.
reminds me of Sideshow Superman.
I'm surprised how many switch outs that piece has.
So is this gonna be the whole torso? I'm assuming.
No, it's like the top part, like the here.
Oh, I see. Like this part.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. That's probably one of the best cap I've seen. One of the best looking
dude,
caps.
that thing, especially like the shield on the back and like the straightforward portrait.
Yeah, the modern portrait with the doesn't have the ears. That thing looks amazing.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yo, is that Omar?
It's Omar.
Yo, what's up?
Sorry?
What's up, Omar?
So,
Too bad it's 1/3,
Dude.
man.
Oh my goodness, that looks incredible.
How much is it?
Sold out already, right?
Did it really sell it already?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
so
did.
I saw people
Oh,
were
I'm
looking
glad.
for-
I was
for
looking at it.
double already.
I was getting nervous looking at it. I was like really itching. I was like, that looks great.
I thought it
Yeah.
was 12 or 1300.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's probably like one of
What's the
best
edition
looking caps.
size?
That's American.
388.
388, yeah.
I wish
good size.
I wish they got rid of the what's it called? The pointing hand and like reduced like $100.
Reduce
Like,
the what?
I wish they got rid of like the pointing hand and like reduced $100 off the price.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How much-
'cause-
We can just always not display it. I mean, what does it matter if they have a? It does look kind of weird.
Ass looks nice.
It's not a flat. It's not
That's
a
America's
flat.
ass.
Yeah, but that-
America's ass.
Look how many people like wrote the same damn
Everybody.
joke.
That's flat though. That is not America's ass.
How much is it?
1,200.
1,200? Damn, that's pretty good.
It's a great price for a 1/3 scale.
Yeah.
I think that display and then on the side, like in his hand, I think those are like the only displays you need.
Yeah, I agree. It's a full on museum piece. There's no need for that action hand.
Yeah, the pointing. Holy dude, look at that! That looks so sick.
It looks really good, man.
Damn, it's sold
I
out.
agree.
See, I wouldn't display it like that though. I don't like that. To me, that looks boring. I don't mind the pointing hand, and I like the shield in the hand. If anything, the shield in the hand.
I kind of have a problem with like his quads. His quads are kind of a little bit weird.
So did anybody get it?
I did.
No.
All right.
George,
I mean-
you said you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you did? Nice. Congrats.
Oh,
George.
nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Congrats, dude. That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, that's a keeper. You know, it's definitely a keeper.
That's incredible, man. Congratulations, man.
Which one?
This Captain America.
So
David Shaw.
Legendary Beast. They're gonna do a what's the other one?
Yeah,
they're gonna do?
Magneto and Spider-Man.
Oh, snappage.
Yo, the Magneto silhouette that they teased had the force field globe like around him.
Holy moly!
Wait, do you have a picture? I've never seen
No,
it.
they teased it last year at SGTCC,
Yeah, just a
And,
silhouette.
and it had the silhouette of Cap and then Magneto, and he was just like levitating with like a hand up, and you could see the globe like forming around him, which
That
is
might
like,
be a
I
buy.
mean, take up a whole corner of your room, but it's worth it.
I
Dude,
would buy Spider-Man if they got like a nice like textured suit Spider-Man. I'll buy that.
Dude, I would bunk my kids together to get that thing. Only the
What?
privileged get their own room, right?
I shared a room for many years.
Yo, George, is this the picture you took when you were out in Japan? Or did you take a picture of this, or was someone else that took a picture of this?
The Venom.
Yeah.
Took a picture of it.
That looks like a mess, man.
I liked it better when it was just the clay sculpt that I saw. When that paint
Isn't
job
it-
looks like shit.
Isn't it made of vinyl too?
Man, I don't know.
It says
think
down
so.
below. If you scroll down, it says vinyl.
It's vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, vinyl.
I was on their website earlier. I was like, ugh.
I mean,
When I
for 210, it's not bad.
Oh,
when I
my
saw it in
my
Japan.
bus,
It was
my
clay.
bus, guys. It wasn't Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the one seventh line. So like the Juggernaut,
Yep.
it's like a flying pose with like a big thing behind it.
Big
If you
explosion and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, if you Google search Legendary Beast 1/3, it's Thor, Cap, and Magneto.
Just go look at it's Cisco's coverage or Rad Titans.
So this is 15 inches tall. So this
Sorry, I didn't mean to
is
cut you
this-
guys off.
is this almost 1/4?
Yeah, it's pretty big. I saw a picture of somebody holding it in their hand.
Yeah, it's got a good size to it.
$200? You can't beat that.
It's
not
even
bad,
if it's,
dude.
even if it's plastic.
Yeah.
But how long is vinyl gonna last?
Plastic lasts long. Plastic is the problem, bro. Plastic lasts forever.
Right, but this
Yeah.
isn't PVC. This is vinyl.
Dude, this is big, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's
That's what I'm
big.
saying. That's not bad.
Yo, that Magneto is gonna be way too big.
Gotta imagine it would last okay as long as you don't put it like at a window or something like that where the sun's hitting it all day.
But isn't PVC and vinyl slightly different? Isn't one more malleable than the other? I know the V in PVC is vinyl, but
I don't know.
I don't know, man. That makes me nervous.
Wasn't that Swamp Thing made out of vinyl, the premium format?
But I think just the I think it was PVC, and I think it was just the tendril. Right?
Tendrils. Yeah, the tendrils.
It wasn't the whole damn thing.
The
Yeah.
whole statue was.
The whole statue's PVC?
I don't think so. I thought it was
No,
another
I thought
material.
it was vinyl for some reason.
So vinyl is it's a type of plastic.
I think
made
it's
of-
mixed.
Polyvinyl carbonate. Yeah, but the
Yeah.
whole thing, the whole body is.
Oh, shit, they're doing a Thor?
PVC, and the base is polystone. Yeah,
Look at this Magneto, bro. Isn't that the Jim Lee cover?
yeah.
Look at the
Holy
Thor, dude. Thor looks
shit.
pretty cool too.
Yo, but that's like 1/3, man. How are you gonna display that?
Dude, you figure
You
that
know,
out later.
I'll
You
figure
figure
it
it
out.
out
What are
later.
you new to? You're not new to
Figure-
this.
Figure it out later.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy to get a hold of, though. I'm thinking.
Sell a
probably gonna
kid, you
sell out.
know, a kidney. You got it.
Yeah, I would buy that. I would buy that day one for sure.
You know how they fixed that cap? They muted the colors on him. Like they didn't make them as bluish.
Hmm.
And I think that's why it looks much better than in like Cisco's video.
Mm.
Hey,
In
Ryan.
Cisco's video, it looked way too blue.
Hey, Ryan, real quick. Vinyl is a resistant to moisture and humidity, is very strong and durable plastic material. Vinyl can be manufactured in a variety of colors, blah, 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 blah. It's very low cost material to produce, and it's basically just plastic.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, I thought it was
That-
plastic, but Funko Pops are vinyl too, and they're
Yeah, I was
pretty
gonna say
valuable.
they're. I mean, but in the most part, they're pretty durable. I mean, you could have a Funko Pop last forever.
There's the Spider-Man. What?
Do you guys think the shield is too small on that cap?
No,
Looks fine to me.
looks
Yeah,
good.
he looks good.
Yo, Omar, do you like that Thanos behind you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's really nice. Yo,
I
this
got
thing
that. I got that Thanos coming.
it's like 50 pounds. I couldn't even like lift the base out of the thing. It's like so heavy. I was not expecting that at all.
You said you got it coming, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm paying on it right now.
Which one?
That Thanos Stein
The movie
Studios.
one. The one Jeff Morris has too.
Yeah, and I picked up the metal art print from Sideshow,
Oh,
the
cool.
new one that they just dropped.
I didn't know it was metal. That's sick.
Yo, look at how clever
Yeah, they had a metal variant.
look how clever this is, and it's a flashlight. Look at
Oh,
that.
I remember some people had complained about that, saying it was like a cheap way. And I thought it was actually pretty cool.
That's so creative, dude. Like that gets rid of like any light issues.
Yeah,
like-
if it breaks, you can just replace it.
I didn't like
That's
the way they put that in with the smaller version though. They had like a plastic sleeve that went around the flashlight. There's no instructions to let you know to keep the plastic sleeve on there. So if you take it off and you put the flashlight in, it makes contact and automatically turns the light on. So then the batteries like die immediately. Like mine died like overnight.
Oh, yeah, mine too. Like, I didn't know that you actually had to keep that plastic on. I took it off because obviously it's like there's a plastic around like a something. You
Take it off.
yeah, you open it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
you mean the little plastic where it makes contact that you keep in?
Yeah. I don't know. I thought there was kind of a cheap way to do it, in my opinion. And I didn't like that they made it that way.
You didn't like this? You,
Mm-mm. I would have preferred the way they did it with the Sideshow one.
Yeah.
this is like so clever, man. Because you're gonna take it out to turn on the light, right? Might as well have it replaceable. But I don't know what you're talking about with the plastic, because this never had like a plastic or anything like that. So
Maybe the bigger one doesn't have it, but the small one had like this plastic sleeve that went around it. And then, like I said, there's no instructions that come with the flashlight. It's just like in the box, just laying there. So then I get it out, and when I see a plastic sleeve around something, you remove it. So I took it off, put the light in, and then the minute I put it in there, the light turned on. And I was like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
You know, so I tried messing with it a couple of times. I finally like just turned the light off, and then I put it in, and when it made contact, the light came on again. So it killed my batteries overnight. And then I don't have the plastic sleeve anymore because I threw it out.
Yeah, same.
So
this is a button thing. This has a button. So
yeah, same.
That's really smart, Omar. I think that's dope. Maybe some sort of tape would work.
I'm not sure, but this works fine to me. Like I don't know, but I'm sure I don't know what like the small one I could imagine like giving you problems. But dude, you know what the thing is that they nailed like the most important parts about this piece, like that the gauntlet. Like I saw the Hot Toys one at my comic book shop. Like this is painted better than that. Like I'm not joking. Like look at this. It looks like metal, man. It's done really well. The base though is decent at best in my opinion. The base is not that good.
Yeah, but that way it doesn't detract from him, right? I mean, does it need to be?
Yeah, like the portraits.
Are you satisfied with the base?
Yeah, the base is fine. Like it's not like amazing, you know, but like the portraits are so well done that you gravitate towards them. Like, dude, this looks exactly like him, and like pictures don't do it justice.
Iron Studios really showing their flexing now, dude. They're
Yeah,
coming out
they're
with some
doing-
great stuff,
Yeah.
especially
They
with the
are.
1/4. I'm looking forward to seeing what the Spider-Man looks like. in
Did you
person.
guys see the new Thanos, the one from the Endgame? The Iron
Yeah.
Studio?
Oh, the museum toys one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I like that one. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
but
about
I wonder if they're gonna change the gauntlet because in the movie he doesn't have that gauntlet on his left hand. That
shit.
same gauntlet, you know.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those things they just added, right? I mean, because
Yeah.
who wants him with
Without the gauntlet.
who wants him with a broken sword? I mean, it's like,
Well, I mean, or you could have the Iron Man made gauntlet in his right hand.
Yeah,
Like,
but
Maybe they'll give him a
movie.
switch out.
oh, good
So you
point.
have the
Yeah, I
option.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
Look at the portrait on this thing.
Maybe they actually do, and they're just not trying to spoil it. Like
Yeah,
we just
well, 'cause
Yeah.
I wonder if a certain time goes by after the movie that they'll finally the toy companies and stuff that maybe they'll switch it because Hot Toys did the same thing.
Yeah, May
Yeah.
5th.
You know, they got the
May 5th,
They might
they'll
switch
show
it.
like the cap switch out as well.
yeah,
they haven't revealed it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, isn't the embargo lift up pretty soon for all the companies to start releasing the toys for Endgame?
Yeah, it's May 5th. That's what Disney
Oh,
said.
May 5th. Sorry, Omar. All right, cool.
Yo, does anybody want to sell me their Thanos on Throne?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You got $2,500?
Yeah,
Nah,
too bad
nah,
the price hasn't come down.
I'll wait till the movie.
Oh.
I'll wait till the next like Marvel movie so the prices go down. Yo, did anybody buy a statue after watching that movie?
No.
Yeah.
Watching Endgame.
No, but I want one.
Are we already getting into spoilers?
Yeah, start.
Yeah, bro, I want to buy a Thanos statue now.
I want
Really? I wanted to buy one after Infinity War. Like
I'm
after
very
Infinity
tempted to
War,
get the
I
one
picked
on
this
my
up right away.
I didn't buy one, but we won one. What was it? Like a few days, George, before we went to go see
Yeah, you got
I
the
think
Iron Man.
Sunday, and the movie was what, Friday?
Yeah.
So
What the hell
question.
don't you win? Jesus.
Huh?
I said, which ones haven't you won?
It's
No.
your second one.
Oh my God, that's such a little bullshit.
That's
Well,
your second one.
I haven't won anything. Ohami's the one that keeps on winning.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
yeah,
was kind of hoping for a husband-wife battle at the end there.
yeah, that was close.
It came close.
Yeah, no, that was close. But yeah, no, I'm happy with it. We got the XM Iron Man, so it's pretty cool. I put it right next to Captain America.
Oh wow, nice.
So
So,
look really nice together.
so who sold their Thor statue after seeing Endgame?
No, I like Thor, man. Thor's awesome.
Oh, you nuts!
Thor
like
was
that,
awesome, bro.
That
I'm
Thor
not
was
gonna
great,
lie.
bro.
He
Honestly,
was defeated.
I like Thor better than I liked Hulk in the movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
Whoa.
But they were-
Hulk looked horrible.
They
Hulk
neutered
was
the Hulk.
whack.
They
I think, I
100%
think the worst
neutered
part. I think the worst part was because when he talked, it was Mark Ruffalo's voice,
Yeah,
but he looks like the Hulk, so he needs to have that same voice that he had in Ragnarok. Even if he's more articulate, he should still have that same Hulk voice. They really messed that up.
Yeah,
My issue
I've
with
never like.
Go ahead, dude. Whoever wants to talk. Sorry.
I've never seen. I've never liked Ruffalo as Hulk. Really, I just don't. He's okay as Hulk, but just Bruce Banner I don't like.
I like
agree.
the first movie.
I agree. I like Hulk. I don't like Bruce Banner. I don't like Ruffalo as Bruce Banner.
I never really mind Ruffalo's Bruce Banner, but what I didn't like about it, or at least what they did with it, was, at the end of it, or during Infinity War, he gets his ass whooped by Thanos, and then he has this battle with trying to get Hulk to come back out.
Exactly.
And in the next movie, we get no payoff for that. Like, I felt like there should have been a scene where Ruffalo is still fighting with the Hulk to get him out, and then Thanos maybe tries to kill him, and then the Hulk comes out, at that point, and then really gives Thanos a run for his money at that point. That would have been dope.
That would have been
And
awesome, bro.
And I felt like they just didn't have that at all.
all I gotta say is that Thanos kicked butt.
Yo, how about Captain America, dude? Like, holy shit! If you want to say,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
when did you like just go, wow? Like, I was when he grabbed the hammer.
At
The
no point.
hammer, that shit was badass.
He stole the
Yeah.
movie, in my opinion.
Did
At
you
no
see
point.
Thor's face? Thor was like, I knew it. He's like, I knew it.
Yeah,
I yelled out, he is worthy.
Man.
Yo, I'm a
Yeah.
Captain America fan now. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Do you think when he
Now we're an Iron Man fan. Like, man, that shit was just like, he was like gangster, like, I'm Iron Man, and he just like wiped it, wiped the whole,
yeah.
all the bad guys and shit. That was badass. He was a G.
I'm gonna probably be like the only person saying this, but I'm a Thanos fan. I wanted him to kick ass.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And he did kick ass. It's just that
Dude,
like Iron Man outbested him, which is good. I'm a big Iron Man fan.
The best thing Thanos did was put that Power Stone in his hand and
Yeah.
punch Captain Marvel across the screen, man.
I was clapping.
I gotta
man.
admit, I'm liking her less and less.
Yeah.
There was a meme online. I was cracking up. It was with Captain Marvel, and she had that short hair. It says Thanos, and it's just like, and Thanos was like, "What? I need to see your manager." 'Cause, they had like that meme about like,
Dude, have any of you guys watched Parks and Rec?
yeah.
You know, like the character Leslie Knope. There's that one episode when she has like the short political haircut. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's what it reminded me of, like that short haircut that Captain Marvel had.
How cool was it? Oh, go ahead, PJ.
I was sorry, real quick. I just wanted to say they called it the "I need to see your manager" haircut.
Yeah.
How cool was it when Scarlet Witch just almost single-handedly killed him by herself?
That was all. Yeah,
I love
her
that
fight was
part.
cool.
I was like, dude,
I loved how everybody got their own like one-on-one moment with Thanos.
Yeah.
Like,
the girl power scene was a little convenient.
I like that part.
There was like four women, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then there's like four more, and I was like, all right, guys.
That was a little bit too much girl power.
You're really shoving this down my throat.
I
I
honestly thought Captain Marvel wasn't too bad in Endgame. I thought she was like terrible in Captain Marvel. I thought Russo brothers like handled her well. Like coming off of Captain Marvel, I thought like they did a pretty good job like keeping that, like the arrogance to a minimum.
Yeah, but they shot Endgame first before Captain Marvel.
I thought she was more arrogant in Endgame than Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I thought she was doing her job. Like as the strongest person, I didn't think they overall. Like I was really scared she was gonna come in and like, take over. But
she didn't know she was the strongest, right? Because she didn't know what Thor was capable of, or the Hulk, really.
But she just assumed she was the strongest because she was cocky.
Is she that strong in the comic books?
Yeah, she's pretty strong, man.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
I don't know why she didn't do the snap. She could have survived, I think. If she did the snap.
I don't know.
Yeah, but they had to do it for Iron Man so they could.
Yeah.
That's how they had.
I think I was reading.
That was the only way they could kill him off. Do him justice.
No, I was reading the interview because Russo brothers did an interview and they were kind of like trying to explain all the key scenes in the movie. And the reason they said that, well, at first they said it was Iron Man, it was because it's fitting, and B, because he was the closest to the gauntlet, So that's why they kind of gave it to him. Captain Marvel was like knocked out of, I don't know where she got knocked to.
And he created the gauntlet, so that was the reason why he was able to take the stones off of it.
Yeah, he did something tricky with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the what's that called? The what's that suit called?
The nano.
The nano suit. So
I think another moment that was really like wow was Doctor Strange and how all those portals opened and everybody just like walked out,
Yo,
Insta-kill mode for Spider-Man was it for me, man.
I got goosebumps. When that shit happened.
As soon as Spider-Man said activate insta-kill, I was like, yeah.
I got excited when I saw Black Panther like walk through the portal, kind of like what Barb was saying, and then like everyone else started showing up. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was like pretty cool. It was like Black Panther. Like I was at the movie theaters and I swear I was gonna wait, but I was gonna say like Wakanda forever. And I'm like, okay. But like I felt like saying that as soon as he walked out of the portal, but it was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool scene.
Yeah, you guys are so hyped that I feel bad like sharing my opinion because I was not like blown away by the movie.
Go ahead. I'm actually kind of I'm with Tim. I mean, I liked it, and but I wasn't like, oh my gosh, like that was amazing. Not like the Game of Thrones like episode.
I couldn't even see Game of Thrones.
I needed fucking night vision.
Come on, man.
I love the Game of Thrones episode, bro. But you were like going blind. I've seen it 3 times already, and I still don't know what the fuck I saw.
Yeah, it was like a good 20 minutes. There's a good 20 minutes where they do the whole fog of war, or I guess it's the blizzard, and it's like I feel like cinematographers, or maybe it's a director. I'm not sure. I don't work in the industry, but like I feel like there's that happy medium between making that they can barely see shit, but then making the audience not, like you can still can still let the audience know that they can't see shit and not make it so that we can't see shit. Like I don't want to be in a fucking blizzard trying to view this shit.
The only thing I know for sure is the Red Witch died. But that happened during the daylight. I could see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did she have to take her clothes off? Damn. I was like,
Well, I don't she was dissipating and her robe just fell out.
We just transitioned right to Game of Thrones.
Go back to EndGame. Back to EndGame.
EndGame, yeah. You can't say that it was better. Game of Thrones was not better than EndGame. It was
Infinity War. I thought Infinity War was like way better paced than EndGame. I thought
I agree.
I never got bored during Infinity War. Like no joke.
100%.
Every single I don't know. EndGame, like there was that in the middle part. Like with Nebula and all that, I was like, nah, I'm not buying this, man. I don't.
Yeah, I think
weren't you guys more emotional though on this one?
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
more
mean?
emotional. I agree. I mean, definitely.
I didn't buy the Black Widow arc completely. Like the whole soul, I didn't buy it at all. Like,
yeah.
Like Nebula was there. She could have told them that, like, dude, you have to do something to get the stone.
I know.
But then they might not have done it.
Exactly. So it's like
what an inefficient robot, right?
Yeah.
I think Infinity War, man, was like one of the greatest like superhero movies I've ever seen. Like honestly.
Amen.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I could watch. I mean, it's on Netflix now, so I could put it on and just watch it, like and then with EndGame, I had 2 tickets to watch it that weekend. I gave it I gave it away. Like I was like, I can't watch it again.
Okay, I would watch it again. I wouldn't go that far. I would just like if I was like if I had it on Netflix, I would watch that last hour.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And then the rest I would just skip, But I would watch it again in theaters. I am gonna watch it again because I want to help it.
Was it too slow in the beginning or something?
Yeah, I just felt like
it's just trying to solve the snap thing, and I thought like they focused way too much on solving the snap, instead of bidding farewell to like the characters that like left, if that makes sense. In my opinion,
I think the time travel was way too convoluted. Like,
yeah, it was
way too much. And
I definitely have some like nitpicks about the movie too. I mean, like the 5-year gap just doesn't make sense because then when Spider-Man comes back, he goes back to school. He's reunited with Ned, and Ned's still the same age. It's like, shouldn't Ned be 5 years older and already graduated from high school?
Ned was. I think Ned was part of the snap, though. I think that's why.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he was in the. Can't remember, but it wasn't he like in his bedroom in Peter's room, and he dissipated.
No, I never saw him.
I think he was in that I don't know, in that school bus. But
I don't think he was. I don't know. Maybe they'll say he was, but it wouldn't make sense because they had that reuniting moment at the end of the movie, and Peter said that whenever they were disappeared that they were all together still. He was with Doctor Strange and everybody else. So
it does seem pretty convenient that every one of the Spider-Man main characters are going to be coming back out of that snap.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I was going to say, Far From Home is coming out, right? Is that
yeah. Maybe they'll explain it. Maybe they'll explain it in Far From Home. I'm not sure, but that kind of bothered me. Just that whole 5-year gap. They kind of like screwed that up a little bit. It was almost like they went too far.
I mean, because
they didn't screw it up. They never showed Ned anyway.
Yeah,
they never showed him dying.
Yeah,
they can just easily say, well, he was
part of it.
That's an easy way to just bypass.
I guess, but then why have? I mean, but then it just doesn't make sense. Why have the reuniting moment? I don't know.
Well, because you knew Peter left, so you would assume, hey man, we're both alive.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say is that for me, it's like if you're gonna factor in time travel, you have to bring your A game. For me, like I watch Heroes, like the TV show Heroes. I thought that was a good show until they start incorporating time travel and just went like insanely confusing. You're like, what the? Okay, who's this and what's that? Like you really have to plan that out. And I feel like they almost had it planned out. Like like with the time travel, they're like, oh, it's not like Back to the Future, but it's like this. And if you do this and do this, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, come on, just.
Well, it made sense when the Ancient One was talking to Bruce. That was
that one made sense. That was
the moment where she was like, here's what's gonna happen. He was like, all right, but what if we do this? And she was like, all right, that would work. Which I guess if you follow her logic, it would work.
Yeah, and then like, how is Captain America going to return the stones? Like, how about the Soul Stones? He's like,
How,
I don't know.
how Captain America completely not getting the super soldier serum? That doesn't really make sense.
That kind of makes sense. It's because if you think about it, so by the time of EndGame, he's been alive for what, like 100 and probably I would say roughly about 100 or 120 by that point, maybe.
Yeah.
So then you figure he goes back in time again and lives another 50 years. So he's closing on 200 now. So he could be older.
Yeah, we don't know how old he can live with the super soldier serum, right?
Yeah. It slows down his aging process. Doesn't
I thought he did not take the super soldier serum. That's what
I don't think that's what happened because
I don't think that's what happened.
Because he went back in time. He can't not take it, right? Because he had it when he went back in time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why didn't he go back? So if he wasn't going to use the last pin particle, when he went back, why didn't he just bring back Black Widow?
Well, because technically,
how'd he come back with his shield?
He hadn't had sex in like 60 years, dude.
No, but technically, no one died in Infinity War. They were just trapped, wherever they were trapped. Because even when Peter came through the portal, he said, oh my God, something happened. I was stuck, and then all of a sudden we're coming, Doctor Strange.
People definitely still died because Heimdall, Loki, and Gamora were definitely.
Yeah,
Gamora's back because her past self is in the future now.
No, they're saying that.
Might not be.
Because
no, it is because she stayed with the Guardians.
Well, what about Loki when he took the blue stone or whatever?
They were looking for. They were looking for her at the end of the movie.
She didn't go with the Guardians. She went off somewhere.
Loki should have died, man. I don't think they should bring him back.
Well, yeah, now
he's back for the TV shows.
Yeah, I was gonna say now there's like an alternate timeline where Loki is alive. It's just so confusing now. Like
it's like DC.
Well, did you hear about the? Did you hear
calm down?
DC does that shit. They do they call it the multiverse.
Well, did you hear that the Russo brothers didn't they confirm that Cap grew up or Cap was alive with Agent Carter in a different timeline?
Yeah, he created his own timeline.
And then he somehow came back to theirs, which is kind of like,
Wasn't Captain America hooking up with Sharon Carter?
Yeah, what's up?
Yo, what happened?
He likes to keep it in the family, dude.
Let me kiss your niece and then you.
And what's her name? Peggy
shooting
Carter?
at that point, though?
Yeah.
Peggy Carter was married the whole time, right?
Yo, I thought Bucky was his friend. He's like, yo, Bucky, I'm out.
Yo,
he comes back.
Sam, my man, there's a shield, bro. Fuck this guy behind me.
He comes back and he gives him the shield.
Fuck this guy. I've known him since 1912. I just met you, but I like you more. Here's my shield, bro.
The Russo brothers said that given the way that Cap said goodbye, he knew what was going on. He knew he wasn't coming back, so he didn't need to talk to Steve when he came back as an old dude. Yeah. That's why he let Falcon. That's what they said.
So Peggy got married, so Captain America pulled the robbery.
Well,
you guys think about that?
She got married after he got frozen.
Yeah.
But I see.
So they're going to be baby Captain Americas running around? That's what I want to know.
That would be wild.
Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't be in that timeline, though.
Honey said they're supposed to have a daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the movie was good and I enjoyed it and it was the hype is definitely deserved. It's definitely the culmination of like 2 films. So it's awesome. But I was not shocked by almost any moment in this.
Yeah.
I was like, mad predictable. Oh, wow, you picked up the hammer? It was more impressive when fucking Vision did it first.
Yeah.
So like that moment was robbed.
There it is. Peggy's.
I thought Cap was going to die.
Yeah, I thought Cap was going to die.
Me too.
I didn't expect Iron Man to die, which was, to me, that was shocking.
Iron Man should have died last movie.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Poor Thanos, he was just trying to help the environment, That's the thanks he gets.
You know why? Yeah. I knew he wasn't going to die because he hasn't said Avengers Assemble. I was waiting. I was like, you can't die, son of a bitch.
That was the best part of the whole movie.
Yeah.
That was the best part of the whole movie for me. That moment. I was like,
I thought that was corny. I knew that was coming. I was like,
could have been louder though. Could have been louder.
I liked it when he's like, I am Iron Man. And boom, snap his fingers.
Yeah, that was the best part. Yeah.
Was anybody else?
Sorry, go ahead, Johnny.
Was anybody else bothered by the fact that Hulk was still in a sling at the end of the movie?
That pissed me off to this day. To this day,
he's supposed to heal.
No, but that doesn't mean he would be able to heal, right? They didn't know. They just thought he could survive it.
You know who could heal?
No, but the Hulk has a healing factor.
I know, but
the more you hurt Hulk, the stronger he's supposed to get.
Yeah. The MCU doesn't know how strong the Hulk is. in my opinion. It doesn't know how to deal with the Hulk.
They
Like
don't know how to do him.
he was underpowered in Ragnarok, and they just took a dump in it with a Hulk in this movie. Like,
Yeah.
Thor never said for Asgard. Yeah, everyone nailed it.
I just felt like, with the time travel, I felt like they were trying to be different with the time travel as compared to the comic books, but they dug themselves a hole and they're like, well, let's just keep going,
Archangel just messaged and goes, I hope you guys are enjoying your spoilers, you bastards.
Oh, what the hell?
Because he can't watch along and he wants to be here.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to watch the movie again tomorrow night with my nephew and my sister and my brother-in-law. And I'll let you guys know if this Hulk is appropriate for a 4-year-old because I'm sure he's gonna fucking love it because I did not. I was like, this is fucking corny.
The Hulk is
Shut
stupid,
him
man.
up.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yo, Aquaman selfie, way better than Hulk's.
yeah.
That scene, Aquaman did that so much better. It was so much funnier.
Really?
A lot of it.
Which scene?
I actually didn't mind that. I think any scene with Paul Rudd in it is gold. Like I really
Funny.
like
He's
it.
funny as hell.
That guy is hilarious. I always laugh at his stuff.
Yeah, the part when he went back in time, came back as a baby, and he came back as himself. He's like, I don't know if it was the baby or the old man, or maybe it was just me.
I laughed at the part where he was like filling in the thing.
Yeah.
Filling in the taco. that killed me. and then the war machine comes in and he has a heart attack. Oh my goodness.
I thought it was funny when Nebula's like, there's an idiot on the runway.
Well, let me ask you guys, like, do you think the final battle was like the best battle? Like for like a 20, like, do you think it could have been better, right?
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't think
better.
the final battle could have been better.
I thought it could have been better. I mean,
what would you have done to make it better?
They need Hulk doing something useful.
They need Hulk, exactly.
Besides Hulk, I mean, because he's a throwaway
Just sitting
character.
there jerking off with his dead hand.
Yeah.
I thought
Come on, when Thor grabbed the hammer, that was not Thor. But Captain America grabbed the hammer. That was
especially when Thor gets the small one and then Cap has the big one. He's like, Thor's like, no, you take the small one. I get the big one.
I was kind of funny that scene where they go back in time. When they go back in time and Thor, Hulk, he sees the other Hulk like raging, and then he just like tries to.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much smaller he was than the other one. The other Hulk.
Is Thanos overpowered? Like he was like no one could take him. You know what I mean?
I thought he was a Hulk that actually like knew like martial arts. Like I thought he was great, to be honest. I felt like he was just the right amount of power where it's like you can't take him unless you actually strategize against him, you know?
Question. Did Iron Man did better fighting him Thanos with his glove than a no glove Thanos?
Yes.
Isn't that
100%.
crazy? Isn't that fucking nuts?
Yeah.
Like, that made no sense in my opinion.
How many of these side actors were they going to bring back out of those?
I think
those rings, and they don't even have a fucking speech, like not even a word said. Drax, did he even say anything the whole movie?
He went
Yeah, Groot. not even a single I am Groot.
No, there was an I am Groot.
Oh, there was one I am Groot. Yeah.
When Thor came back and they were talking about who was the captain of the ship, and they're all making fun of
who's in charge. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all know who the captain is.
And how
Thank you, George.
How come in
for listening,
Guardians?
bro? These guys are.
I thought
Of course we do.
Galaxy part in Infinity War was much better than in this one. Like that, the Guardians with Thor. Oh my goodness, that stuff had me rolling. Like I was actually laughing, like with Thor in the Infinity War, where he's like, dude, and he's like, this is not a dude. You're a dude. This is a man.
Yeah, that was good. Did y'all catch Howard the Duck was in that scene also when they were all coming out of the portal?
I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't see him.
Well, where was the collector?
You right? Where was the collector?
I don't know, man. I mean, it was a good movie. I don't have anything like, I definitely don't hate it. I bought the Blu-ray already. The Steelbook is on Best Buy if you guys haven't ordered it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but I watch Infinity War whenever I'm like bored. I just throw Infinity War on. That's how much I like that movie.
All right, let's do top five. Top five. Let's start with like Barbara because she's on the left. So What's your top 5 Marvel movies?
My top 5 Marvel movies. Well, Endgame is right now at the top of my list. I really did enjoy that movie. There were a lot of scenes that I really loved, like the Captain America with the hammer, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange. I loved that movie a lot. It was very emotional too. And Iron Man's right now my favorite character just because of that one scene. My next favorite movie would be Guardians. Which part?
First one.
The first Guardians. Yeah. Guardians, and then no, that's your favorite, buddy, not mine. Thor Ragnarok. I like that movie too. So that'll be my third choice.
Johnny, hold it in.
I'm just gonna wait my turn. Hold
Hold it in, Johnny. I can
This
feel
is
the
best 5, not
rage.
worst 5. Best 5, not worst 5. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, dang. Yeah, me.
Okay. Iron Man 1, also my favorite movie. So I'm missing one more. Shut up. So Captain America Part 1. Those are
Oh.
All right, Tim, what's yours?
Really?
Tim or Tim?
You're next.
Me? All right. I got to click on this. So obviously, wait, do we have to do 1 through 5, or can we just say the top 5?
Top 5.
Okay, because I can't put them in order. So obviously, I would say Endgame because I'm coming off the high of Endgame. Iron Man, number 1, right here. We just watched that recently. Thor Ragnarok. Hey. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
You know why Thor? Because I enjoyed the humor. I enjoyed it. I liked it. Thor is one of my favorite characters in that MCU or whatever, the MCU universe. And then I'm gonna go with the Avengers, the first one.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, Tim.
Oh, it's my turn now?
Yeah.
Wow, Tim and Tim. Yeah, I mean, I like Infinity War. I like Winter Soldier. I like Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I feel like Age of Ultron is the most Avengers movie that we've seen. Which it gets a lot of hate because it's too much of a comic book movie. And then I really do like Iron Man 1. That one's really good. Is that 5?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, David, go.
From least favorite to favorite: Guardians, Age of Ultron, Endgame, Civil War, and always my favorite, probably favorite superhero movie of all time is Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Fantastic movie.
Yep.
That put the Russo brothers on the map.
Yeah.
Who's next, George?
I'm up. Endgame, Winter Soldier, Avengers, Infinity War, and Iron Man. First one.
It's a solid list.
Omar.
Is it me?
Yeah. I think Michael's away.
What's it called? Mine is number 1 is Winter Soldier. Number 2 is Iron Man. Number 3 is Infinity War. Number 4 is Avengers. And number 5 is Endgame.
Dang.
Yeah. Winter Soldier and Iron Man really changed the game. I watched Iron Man in 2008 and I was blown away. I've never seen anything like it. And then it kind of went into a dull. And then I watched Winter Soldier and I was like, dude, okay, I'm 100% hooked. Because then the two main characters, the two main Avengers, really solidified themselves. It was just Iron Man in the beginning, and Cap was really dull. I know people like the first Avenger, but I didn't like the first Avengers. He seemed a little weird to me. He didn't seem like a realistic character. But Winter Soldier, man, oh my gosh, I was sold on Captain America.
Yeah, they made him super badass.
Yo, the Hail Hydra scene in the elevator was.
Oh my god, that was the best scene. Fuck yeah.
That was the best scene. Yeah.
Oh, that was dope.
My turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I think I'm the last one, but Civil War is my number 1. Endgame, Infinity War, First Avengers, and then Winter Soldier.
So a lot of people picking the same movies.
I'll go next. If that's cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got Endgame, Civil War, Winter Soldier, Infinity War, Avengers.
Dang.
You don't like Iron Man 1?
I like it. It's just not the fifth one.
Yeah, I like it. It's just not top 5.
For me, I think I'm next, right?
Yeah.
Definitely Infinity War. Number 2 is Winter Soldier. Number 3, Civil War. Number 4 is Iron Man, and that's 4, right? What am I missing? Number 5, I would have to say is probably the first Avengers, because that's when they first get together. That was pretty epic.
Yeah. Mike, I don't think you went.
I have to go with. I haven't seen Endgame yet, but I was thinking
what?
Infinity War.
Wait, you're gonna see that game and we're here spoiling it?
We're spoiling it.
I
bro.
don't care about the spoilers.
What? Oh,
man.
man.
You want?
Jesus.
Should we? You sure
Fucking
you
up
want to be
all over
here?
the place.
Yeah, it doesn't.
We already
it doesn't
noticed the
bother me.
movie.
I feel bad now, man.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
know,
all right. I
we're
don't-
like,
Yeah.
But I had to go with Infinity War.
The title
I
is
like-
Endgame spoilers.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok, Winter Soldier, Iron Man, I guess Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, Guardians 1 was solid. Yo, you see Red Hood's comment in there? Red Hood has the most fire list. He says his list: Captain Marvel number 1, Iron Man 3 number 2, Thor 2 is number 4, Thor 1 is number 5,
That's
and
straight up
Hulk.
troll.
That's straight up.
That's straight up troll.
He just named all the fucking diaper movies.
if we were including like the other Marvel movies, I would have said X-Men 3 was number 1.
What? Get outta here.
I would have put X-Men 2 in there if that was
Fantastic
left.
Four, the
Wow.
newest Fantastic Four.
Yo, what did Shazam end up making in the box office?
I don't know.
Because Jason and I were supposed to have a bet, and then I was like, yo, I'm not really backing this Dark Phoenix movie because it's not Marvel. As soon as
I'll look it
Marvel
up.
gets it, I'll back it, no problem. And now I'm like regretting that I didn't take that bet.
I know. Oh my
Yo,
god.
because I'm pretty sure this Dark Phoenix movie's gonna do really well now.
So it made
I think it looks pretty
347.
good from the trailer. Oh, sorry,
Shazam has roughly 350 million worldwide.
Worldwide?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. I'll guarantee you Dark Phoenix beats that.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
because they make 600
Apocalypse.
million. They make 600 million worldwide.
For
That's
a
what
while.
most
Shazam wasn't even
releases.
that bad in my opinion. I thought Shazam was decent. Like
I
thought
like Shazam.
So
it
Apocalypse,
was 7.5 out of 10 in my opinion.
X-Men Apocalypse only made 543 million.
There you go.
Yeah, that was trash though.
500 million.
Yeah, it was trash.
Apocalypse was trash. Oh my goodness.
All about trash. There were some good scenes, but yeah, overall, it was nice.
Yeah. Well, Psylocke was such a
The Magneto scene was cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is-
dude, Magneto. It's because what's his face? That guy.
Fassbender.
That guy just carries those Magneto movies. It's like First Class, man. He carries.
Oh, I love that movie. Jeez.
I don't
He's
know.
incredible, man.
Fassbender's a good
McAvoy's
actor.
really good. McAvoy's good too.
So
Yeah, he's good.
Days of Future Past, in my
Both of
opinion, is probably like as good as any Marvel movie.
Yeah, I agree. Because for my kids, I'm kind of waiting for the new X-Men movies to be released so I can introduce them to X-Men. But I was like, you know what? Let me just pick a X-Men movie to kind of introduce them to X-Men, and I picked what's that called? Days of Future Past, and they loved it. They absolutely loved it. It was a
Days
good.
of Future Past is fantastic.
So is X-Men Dark Phoenix? Is that like the end game for that?
Yeah.
Marvel for
Yeah. And it's
Whether they
funny,
like it or not.
It's funny that the director came out with like a bunch of things saying like this was their plan all along, that the movie franchise would culminate with this. And I'm like, really? Why do all your actors have contracts for more movies then? If this is the plan all along, you guys just like giving away money?
I have a feeling.
Stupid.
I have a feeling. Jennifer Lawrence, Mystique, is going to die in the beginning.
Oh, I hope if she dies in
Yeah.
the first scene, the movie's gonna be a hit for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm
don't
ready
know
for
why
her to
Mystique.
disappear forever, bro.
I really don't know why people don't like her. I don't like
Because-
Sansa Stark.
She's not supposed to be the team. She's a
'Cause
villain,
she's-
right?
And she doesn't act like Mystique. There's nothing sexy about her. She's just
She's
very
annoying.
like
Yeah.
she's trying to be a hero. You know, just I don't know. Just she doesn't match the character. I don't
And
think she's ever read a comic in her life.
And I don't know if you guys noticed in the trailers, like the makeup looks like half done. Like, you know, like I felt like they were like, well, you're only going to be there for like one scene and you're going to die. So let's just whatever with this
I
makeup.
mean, I know Rebecca Romaine's not the best actress, but I thought she was way better Mystique.
Amen.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree, man. Especially when she was like sliding down and doing all her crazy moves and doing splits. I'm like, wow.
Yo, going back to Endgame, what did you guys, when they cut off Thanos' head, what did you guys think was going to happen next? Did anybody see that coming?
No, I was
Well,
kind
No.
I thought it was the I thought when they first went there, the whole time I'm thinking that he's using the reality stone, and he's changing the reality, and that he's just going to come out any minute with all the stones and fight him. But yeah, it wasn't the case. So
They need
I
their
think he
own.
just-
Go ahead. Sorry.
very good. I was going to say I think he just was at peace with dying because he completed his goal.
He even said, and then I'll rest. You know, so you could take that as I could die. It doesn't really matter.
yeah.
I think
I-
the Russo brothers. Don't you think the Russo brothers need their own Star Wars trilogy?
Yeah, I agree.
They need
I
their
think they
own-
need their own Wolverine
Star Wars.
trilogy.
Of course, you
X-Men
do.
trilogy. X-Men.
They've openly said that was the character that they're most interested in doing is Wolverine.
Oh, I can't wait.
If they
No, I
Oh
don't-
my
I
god!
don't
I can't
mind.
wait for that.
What's it called? You know, a lot of people don't like Joss Whedon for like the Avengers, but I actually thought like if they can like I think his dialogue, he really nails like their talking. Like when they talk to each other in the Joss Whedon movies, it really works. Like there's some moments where you're not gonna get those with like the Russo brothers. Like there's one scene in Age of Ultron where like Scarlet Witch like possesses Thor.
Mhm.
And Thor was like, "Yo, take care of yourselves. There's a witch around here." But good, like she tried to do it to me, but good thing I am mighty. Like something like that. You're never gonna get that from the Russos, you know. Like I thought that was like such a Thor thing to say. Like, good thing I am mighty. And I feel like if they can take the dialogue from Joss Whedon and combine it with like the choreography and just the pacing of the Russos, oh my gosh, you'd have like amazing kind of like films. Because Joss Whedon, I really felt like he nailed the character moments. Like when in the first Avengers, when Cap and Iron Man were talking to each other and like they were bickering, like that was like that was golden, man. Like
Put on the suit.
caught every line. Yeah, he said, "Put on the suit. Let's go." You know, like,
I'm with you,
set
man.
the tone with that, with how Cap and Iron Man would argue with each other and how their personalities are different.
Whedon's writing style always reminded me of Bendis's writing style when I was reading comic books.
Yeah, I like the Russos though. I mean that Civil War scene at the end, with Cap and Iron Man fighting each other, that was pretty epic.
Oh, you're talking. Yeah, that was cool.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was a little forced, to be honest. Like I felt like they had a storyline and they were trying to make a movie out of it. Unlike in Winter Soldier, where they like I don't know. I felt. Did you like Winter Soldier more than Civil War?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I thought Winter Soldier was like the perfect Russo like execution. Like they nailed it from the beginning to the end. Like every single thing did not feel forced. Everything felt like it connected. Winter Soldier, man, is just the most amazing film I've ever seen. Like
I like Civil War better.
Yeah,
I liked Winter Soldier as well.
I just think Winter Soldier was definitely hella slow for a lot of the movie. That's the only reason I didn't like it better than Civil War. I mean, the story was great, so it still makes my top 5. But
the one thing I like about Winter Soldier is the fact that it could actually stand alone as not a superhero movie if you if you look at it, because it's a lot of like like a spy movie kind of thing, like who's bad, who's good.
Yeah.
You just added Captain America and Black Widow into it.
And I never in my life thought Captain America could use his shield like the way he did in Winter Soldier. I never, like, in my life, like, after coming out of like Avengers, you have to think like the whole perspective I had was like Avengers 1, which is like literally like they completely trashed Captain America. He couldn't even do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see him like coming in Winter Soldier, like he jumps right out of the plane, and then he jumps and he kicks a guy, like smashes into the boat. Oh my gosh, like Captain America Winter Soldier is like
Fights George St. Pierre.
Yo, Fate's in the comments because we got so many people online right now. People can't get in, but he's saying that he's like, Panther didn't make the list.
Nope.
No.
Not even top 10 for me.
No.
I thought Black Panther was trash. Yeah.
No, I don't know if it was trash.
It wasn't trash.
I thought
Fate
it good.
on
I
the
thought it was good, just not great.
It's
great.
overrated, like we like to say.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm heading to bed. You guys have a good night.
Yeah, me
Right,
too.
man.
Take
Hey,
care,
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Later.
Good night, guys.
Take it easy.
Take care.
Fate is definitely jumping in right now.
Yeah, let me send Fate an invite so he can get in.
Oh,
Someone said above
PJ left.
Infinity War. No way.
Oh,
That's
that makes
Rodney.
sense.
He's wilding.
Remy.
Jeremy got in.
Got him.
Yo,
Got him.
yo, PJ
There's
left
two
too, so
spots,
there's still
so he's
another
good.
spot. Yeah.
My bad, Fate. I know you're watching.
No, there's still another spot, bro.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, PJ left. I don't know if he left on purpose though.
So Remy really wanted to talk about
Bro,
Endgame too.
I was like so salty because I was like literally walking in my house and I seen the 10th spot got taken. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I went to work early.
Well, what do you think? What do you think of Endgame?
Endgame, in my opinion, was epic. It really was. I'm not using that word loosely. Epic. I think that when you introduce like genocide, and people are going to be mentally affected, and I think every single one of them except for Captain America was mentally affected, and I think that was brilliant because Captain America kind of experienced that in World War II. You know, mass amount of people dying. And even though they like I said in Endgame they only or Infinity War they only dusted whatever, but they didn't know where they were. So I think each one was drastically affected mentally. You know what I'm saying, for the better or worse or whatever.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
I think
Yeah, and Captain America too. Fast forward his life 70 years, so everyone he knew was basically dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
but
even-
what I'm saying is he was still optimistic during the time of their game plan, and he never gave up. You know,
Yeah,
through the
he stayed
5 years.
strong through the whole thing. Yeah.
Right.
But Thanos is like a good guy, right? He's like Captain Planet.
What up, Fate?
He's trying to save the planet. It's population control.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's against it.
What's going on, guys?
What up, Fate?
What's up, Fate?
But I think my aha moment was at the very beginning where Thor just went clutch, dude. I literally was like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, no talking. Cut his hand off, cut his head off. We ain't talking about nothing. I was like, that, oh my goodness, that was like, had me supercharged.
I wasn't too surprised with that scene though. I mean, it was kind of like, oh shit. But then, if you think about it, okay, we're only like 10 minutes into the movie. So we know that's not how it's going to end. So it really didn't catch me by surprise when they cut off his head. I was like, okay, what's going to happen? How are they going to get back? How are they going to go back in time,
Mm-hmm.
Is what I figured.
I mean, they kind of took the cutting off the hand thing from like us viewers because people were like, "Yo, why didn't they just cut his hand off?"
I like when he said that. He's like, I went for the head.
Yeah.
Well, Thor wasn't there. Thor wasn't there to cut his hand off in Infinity War.
Or Wolverine would have came in handy, I guess.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
So y'all talking about? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead, Remy.
No. You haven't got to talk yet. Go ahead. My bad.
I mean, you was only on like 5 seconds faster than I was.
Oh, you
anyway.
saw the movie, right? You saw the movie, Fate?
Yeah.
All right.
Hit me.
Hit us.
No. I mean,
you loved it.
Okay, I was caught up in the hype, so I'm speaking from that perspective. Just like BVS, in the hype, oh, greatest movie ever. After the hype wears off, it's like, really? Okay, so more of the same with this movie here. I will say it's better than Infinity. In my Yeah. No, Infinity was straight popcorn movie. Pop, 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 pop. This one was a more theatrical
Gone with the
popcorn
Wind.
movie. Yeah. So it was two different movies. It was like you got your, hey, let's start all over again, and then we'll give you some popcorn at the end. Okay, now I'm going to ask you this: if you take away the 22 movies prior to this one, or the 21 movies prior to this one, what is the story of this movie? Exactly, there is none. So that right there. No, if we didn't have these movies prior to EndGame, what is the story? Like when you say Winter Soldier don't need all those other movies. That movie can stand on its own.
No, it still ties together. I can't agree with that.
It ties together. That means it's relying on other movies to make it happen.
Yeah,
it's not telling its own story.
Yeah, but that's literally what this whole franchise is movies that tie together. So you're like, take away the thing that it's doing and it's nothing. It's like,
okay, but no, I'm just saying, if you just walked in and saw Winter Soldier, you would like it on its own. You don't need any others. If anything, you would say, wow, I like Winter Soldier. Let me check out other movies. But if you check out,
but EndGame was designed based on those other 22 movies. It wasn't designed as a standalone movie.
So are you saying
exist in the same way? It couldn't possibly exist in the same way without those other movies.
Okay, this EndGame should be the final chapter. It's like, right? It is, but without telling a story.
No, you know what? I don't think.
A great story.
What was the story?
I watched EndGame and I didn't see Captain Marvel. I haven't seen Winter Soldier. I've tried 3 times and I fall asleep every time I try and watch it. I barely watched Civil War. So I watched EndGame and
but you like Thor Ragnarok, so it's all good.
Hey, it's a funny movie.
It's funny. Why the fuck is it funny? I'm sorry.
Pretty much every comic book out there is a continuation of a story. Almost. You got like some
100%.
Yeah, so this is just a section of a comic, man. I mean, in my opinion, it actually
like well, no, because every movie was actually finished. It wasn't like tune in next time and see what happens next. So it's not like that.
Well, that would be like saying,
and that's what you have to do.
I think you're coming from like a DC perspective where none of the movies need to make sense with nothing else.
Oh my God!
Why do we have to hate? Why do we have to hate on DC movies?
Why are we gonna go to DC?
Yeah, we ain't talking about DC, man. We ain't talking about DC. No. Okay,
so like a comic, you know.
But even though
or like a crossover, you know, where you have to read the other books, you know, to understand.
No, I'm saying. It definitely belongs. I'm not saying it didn't belong, but I'm just saying it can't stand on its own either.
Yeah, but I mean, Infinity War.
Other movies can do that.
And Infinity War and EndGame were supposed to be one movie.
One movie,
remember?
Right?
And then they said, "Yo, we have a chance to make a lot of money. Let's split it into 2." And then they announced that.
And then they said, "Let's make a lot of more money." And I know that's incorrect English, but I'm just saying that a lot of more money and throwing Captain Marvel, which that movie right there wrecks everything prior to Captain Marvel.
I
really? You think that you think Captain Marvel destroys 22 movies?
Captain Marvel was like that crossover comic that people could do without, you know.
That would be like me saying Suicide Squad ruins the Nolan Batman movies. Like that, it has nothing to do with the other movies.
Are we talking about like that Captain Marvel was a better story, or are we just talking about
he's saying it ruined it?
That was garbage, bro.
Thinking that like if you take the idea that Captain Marvel was that super powered and that Nick Fury had a pager for her the entire time, he wouldn't really need the Avengers when he had her.
True.
So I mean, if that's what you're saying, fake, then I get that. But if you're saying story wise, no, Captain Marvel was not a great. It wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't good.
No. Well, no.
He's saying it's
Captain
so bad
movie
it ruined them.
No, well, Captain.
That ruined the franchise.
Yes, because the movies prior actually kind of linked and it belonged. That one did not. It kind of defanged and depowered every hero movie prior to her, is what I'm saying.
So if I have like a bad
it's totally
pizza right now, it ruins all pizza that I've ever had. That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's also
just like
you didn't have to watch the movie.
Just like y'all mentioned it earlier. I think David mentioned it, or maybe not. Well, let me reiterate. just like what I said in Infinity War, where Thanos was about to get the beatdown with a whole gauntlet, with the stones and all that by Thor, and okay, now you bring in Captain Marvel, and he has like more powers, more super powered heroes going against him, and they can't even take him down. But they did more damage with less I guess heroes versus him is what I'm saying.
Clearly they didn't, because Thanos won.
If you watch Infinity War, they attack him and he gets beat down, and then he'll use the stones to overpower them.
No,
So it's like
he lost because of the guy from Guardians of the Galaxies. Remember, he started punching Thanos, and they Spider-Man almost had the gauntlet.
Yeah, but I'm saying when they're fighting him, when they're fighting him one-on-one, like Iron Man is doing damage on Thanos, and it's only until he uses the stones that he overpowers them all. So in Endgame, when he doesn't have the stones, of course they're fucking him up a little bit. But he's still fighting back well. I don't get it, man.
I thought there was a sense of arrogance in Infinity War once he got that power.
No, he was playing rope-a-dope.
When he got that power stone in the beginning, and like he was whooping Asgard. I thought like after that he took off his armor, he started relying on just the gauntlet, and that's why they got like a lot closer. But in Endgame, he had his suit of armor, like he was fighting like a war general, man. Like he was whooping Cap,
Yeah, and that's comic book accurate. His hubris is always his downfall. Like he always is like, yeah, I'm so powerful,
I would actually say like in Infinity War, Thanos was which way is it? Thanos is more arrogant. Yeah, I'd say more arrogant, and then Endgame he was
tactical.
I don't know.
More calculating. He's older and wiser to me. To me, in Infinity War, he's older, wiser, more calculating. In Infinity War, it's a younger Thanos. He knows what happened because he saw it, but he doesn't really know. You know what I mean?
But which part of Thanos? The one in the beginning or the one in the end? Because the one in the end is the same one from the beginning, which was arrogant. So
5 years earlier.
I mean like when Thanos in Endgame, he saw that they tactically were going to reverse time. I think he was a lot more cautious, and that's why like he kept his armor on, and he didn't have the gauntlet again. Like a lot of these things, they kind of that's why he was so tough. Like, dude, like he was whooping man's ass. Like there was nobody that was able to take him, when he was wearing his armor. But then when in Infinity War,
Thanos.
Sorry?
He was much younger.
None of the Avengers were as sharp as they were. You know what I'm saying? They were all. I mean, I thought that was brilliant too. That every single Avenger was out of shape. I mean, not out of shape. Thor was out of shape, but they were not as sharp mentally.
Yeah, well, they're emotionally. They're fighting with their emotions instead of their smarts.
Right.
Yeah, they're coming off
Disney.
Disney
and Kevin Feige are genius the way they're doing things. It's kind of like, when you're collecting a book, say you're collecting Wolverine and they do the crossover, and say they put one of his books because you want the whole story and maybe Squirrel Girl or something. You never buy a Squirrel Girl, but you're like, man, I want to get the whole story. I don't want to miss out on part of it. So they'll put all these other side movies there so you get the whole story and you put it together. It's just a character that somebody might not have any interest in. They'll go and watch the movie anyways just because they want to see everything that has happened, or get the whole full story. And it's a smart way to get people introduced to new characters.
I missed out watching Captain Marvel, and I think I don't think I missed anything for the little part that she played in Endgame. I don't think I really missed anything in not watching the Captain Marvel movie.
I think the problem with Captain Marvel is introduces some plot holes that mess up the other line, especially with the Tesseract. Like, how the hell did they end up with it there? That makes no sense.
Yes.
Well, that's what happens with a lot of those comic crossovers too. Like usually when they do crossovers, I only get the books in the crossovers that have the same writer, because when they start mixing writers from different books, the story gets all over the place.
Yeah,
a lot of times they do crossovers.
So much feminism, to be honest with you. It got so much that I was just like, no, I don't want to watch this anymore. Like it was
that makes so much sense though.
Constant competition. You know, it's like constant competition with like her trying to like break down the men in the movie. That was just like, nah, man, like I don't want to deal with this. And that's what really turned me off. And
Captain Marvel was wrong.
like they never, like the Avengers, they never treated the woman in Avengers like as less, you know, like they gave them just as equal responsibility to what they can handle. But in this one, it was just like she was just trying to take over everything, and I just didn't like that, you know. And that's what I was so scared about with Endgame. But I think they handled her really well. She was super powerful, you know, like they did her really well. They gave her justice. She was like the saving grace, you know, like when all the things pointed upwards and like all the guns pointed upwards, and she came in. Like, that's her power, and they gave her justice. But it's not like she took spotlight from other characters. You know, I felt like everybody was done well.
Agree.
I just felt like the first two halves of Endgame were a little too flashbacky, in my opinion. Number one, like there was just one too many like flashbacks to the older movies where it felt like it was forced. And number two, like the whole time travel thing was just a little too much explanation, you know, where it's like too many people were trying to,
well, time travel is hard to do though. So
yeah, wait. So I just want to say, Omar, thank you. Because all this time going back and forth, you're not telling the story. All you're doing is going back and forth. That's not telling me nothing.
Yeah, but I could appreciate it though. I appreciate it though. You know what I mean? Like I've got all the movies over here, and I'm like, oh, they're going back to Guardians of the Galaxies, but then they show you a little bit of it, but then they show you the characters because they are literally going back to that time though. So then they show you part of it, and then they show you what they're doing though.
But
when
they
go back.
Yeah,
but they screwed up. If you bring Thanos to the future and he's not there to do all that other stuff, then why did they have to go back in the first place?
Yeah, I mean they could have just went back and killed him as a baby, right?
That's what I think they should have did.
But then there would be no movie.
Movie.
Time travel is hard.
What they should have did was they should have made it where they went to alternate realities. You know, or that's what they should have explained it that way. Like they went to another Earth.
How many opportunities would that have made? We would have met Thor from another reality. It could have been like a different actor, like a tall, thin Norse guy. Like, who are you? It's like I'm like that would have been fucking crazy to see.
That'd probably been more confusing though. Like
I would have loved that.
And then even with the time travel, they couldn't go back to memories that they didn't have. So you couldn't technically go back as Thanos was a baby because they wouldn't know where, when, or anything about it.
Yeah, Titan.
I really can't deal with Tony Stark figuring out time travel like literally at night. Like that was a little like I'm a big Tony Stark fan, but I didn't like that because like all the others were working on it. All of them were working on it, and then all of a sudden he just sits down and is like, "Oh,
I figured it out."
Oh yeah, figured it out. You know?
Overnight, right?
He's Tony Stark, though. Come on, give him. He's older Tony Stark.
What are you gonna do? Like, Mark Ruffalo is completely useless, and this guy's supposed to be just as smart as Tony. And
he said that it's not my area of expertise.
Yeah. One's like a biochemist, right? And the other one's like a scientist.
Right. The time travel was already figured out. He just helped with the GPS to navigate. That's all he did. He didn't create the time travel.
Oh, hold on. Let me ask you guys a question real quick, since everyone's taking shots at it. Who cried?
Nope.
I did.
Nobody.
I did.
Nobody cried when Iron Man cried.
I cried like 4 times.
You were surprised.
I know we're live. I know we're live.
You were
surprised. All right, let's go down the list. Barb, did you cry? Yes. No. Okay. That's it.
I did. I cried a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I cried the second that my daughter came and they put her on my wife's belly, but I didn't cry during Endgame.
All right. David, you didn't cry.
Dude, it's gonna.
No tears.
You know somebody was gonna get sad. You know why I didn't cry?
Stop lying.
You know why I didn't cry? Because Thor was crying the whole fucking movie. He was crying for me, dude. This is the last chance. Hold on, it's the last Avengers. I've been watching this for how long? The last chance, and one of the most important Avengers, Thor.
Ragnarok.
Thor. You shit on him in Ragnarok,
beer
He's still gonna
bellied.
be around.
and
Yep.
then you have him cry the whole fucking movie. Get the
Slapstick.
fuck out of here, dude.
I just want to
Yep.
see my mommy.
Thor's still gonna be around though. He's still gonna be around in Guardians 3.
He can. I don't give a shit.
I mean, he's going to comedy. He might as well go with the Guardians.
Oh my
and there's
God.
so many characters that are funny. Ant-Man. I don't fucking know. And they have to make the toughest warrior the comedic relief of the movie. It makes no sense. It's a disservice to the character.
They threw him under the bus.
Him and then the Hulk.
Yep.
It's like, come on, man. If you want to play around with characters, play around with characters that I don't give a fuck about, man. Like Nebula, do whatever you want with her. But the main character, Thor, you gotta.
Nebula was dope. I love Nebula.
I didn't mind. So I didn't mind what they did with Hulk. To be honest with you, I thought they kind of nailed like he had that problem with Hulk earlier, but then they kind of he worked it out with him. I agree, like it was a little weird, but I felt like they kind of did justice fixing the problem of last movie.
I just think
terrible.
this is the thing I don't like about Marvel movies is changing things for the sake of one joke. Like, for example, the thing about the ass, when Tony said it, it was funny. Captain America saying stopping and saying, "Oh, that is a nice ass." Captain America would never ever say that shit. Like, you have to change characters just for one joke. That's the only thing I didn't like about Endgame, and I don't like about Avengers movies, like Marvel movies in general.
Well, David, I agree with you. I agree with you, David. When Captain America made a joke, it was really cringy. But like, I think Thor pulled it off. And he did that little mini series where he's like living. Even the first Thor movie there's a lot of jokes. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have another, and he like threw the cup down.
No, but
that was cool. That was the end scenes, right?
But they're making fun of the fact he's a dumb Viking, but he's strong. He's courageous.
Yeah.
He doesn't fucking cry, dude.
Yeah, but he lost everything. Right. Not only did he lose his family members, but his ego
He blames
is gone.
himself, yeah.
Like,
That's fine.
yeah,
Then he's crying 5 minutes. You get back, and then he's kicking ass. He cried the whole movie.
Thank you, David.
He stayed a loser the whole movie. And what happened? He joined the loser team and said, "Okay, bye."
Bugging.
Yeah, but you know what?
He was overweight.
He joined Marvel Suicide Squad, basically. You put Thor on Marvel Suicide Squad. Get out of here. Done. Nah, man.
Ooh,
Dang, bro, that's disrespectful, man.
Shots fired.
I gotta give some pushback.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm
I
gonna
think they
skate
should
out
have
of here.
taken the 5-year split to make him lose his weight, because I don't think like that final battle, man. That's like the last time we're gonna see them together. You know, they shouldn't be throwing somebody under the bus. They threw Hulk under the bus last movie,
Yes.
and in this movie they threw Thor.
Exactly.
I felt like they could have like done. You know, take that 5-year skip to make him work out. You know, like make him have his talk with his mother.
Later, Tim.
These guys.
So
Sorry.
the 5 years is what made him fat.
Right. But you know what, Omar?
Yeah, but you could do something with it. You know, like you don't need to make him go into battle overweight. I don't know. I felt like
Omar. But if that movie would have ended with all the Avengers with no blemishes, I would have actually been disappointed, because that movie, to me, actually, when it ended, you kind of realize this can't go on forever. They have to get out of shape. They have to not be mentally stable. You can only go through so many wars before you take a hit.
I guess in
You
a
know
way,
what I'm saying?
you have to look at it.
Oh, whoa, Remy. I'm sorry, Barbara. Out of all of those people in that group, Thor's the only god. Why is he the one out of shape?
No, not out, because of course he took it the hardest, because he was the one who chopped off.
He's a god. Why is he the one out of shape? Why
Because
wouldn't
he
it be Tony
drinks.
Stark?
He's the only one that's drinking.
He drinks.
He's a god.
He's drinking for 5
I don't
years.
mind him going out of shape. Like honestly, I don't mind that. I just felt like before going into that battle, he should have been in his best shape, because like that's the last time we're gonna see him again. Like there's no reason. Like, I'm done with the Marvel movies. Like after this, like as a first time seeing, like going like opening day, but I felt like this is the final thing. Everybody should be in their best shape. And then people have to die. I don't disagree. I felt like Cap should have died, for example. But I felt like going into the battle, you have to be going in your best shape possible, so that you have the best possibility of having a positive outcome. Like,
But
Thor,
they rushed in. They didn't prep. They found the solution and rushed in, and it wasn't just Thor. Every single one of them. Thor was out of shape, But every single one of them, Scarlet was a wreck. She's crying eating the sandwich.
Yeah, she had like dark circles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them. I mean, Tony Stark was super skinny like a baser. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but there weren't a Luthor crying though. That's the point. They could have showed him broken for a little bit, find his courage, and then have him fight. Again, this is the last serious movie. This is the last
I
battle.
would have made a better. I would have made a better hero's journey for sure.
Oh, Batman is crying his whole life because he lost his parents. Like, why is it?
He's not literally
no,
crying,
he's
dude.
not.
Come on, dude.
Batman's crying all day long.
Would it be more believable if they went out just like the rest of the Avengers movies, or how they were? What was a better fitting, y'all think? Going down the panel.
The better fitting would have been like David was saying, or Omar was saying, if you're gonna have everybody go out in the last battle, they should like look their best and be the best. It's like a football player. You're not gonna have your dude just come in all freaking 500 pounds overweight and put him in a game. That's not gonna happen, man. Right. Okay. So, but and what Barbara said earlier, I'm sorry, I'm going to jump around a little bit. What was G as fuck when Thor went for the head, game over right there. That shit was G. Then the rest of the movie, he's like, come on, that shit don't make any sense. How you gonna be hard and then end off like that, all running to his mommy? That shit don't make any freaking sense.
I don't want the mom
This is 5 years later.
No.
5 years later.
That. Come on, man.
He was literally crying. Like it was.
So I want to see Hulk get some punches in. I want to see Thor get some licks in. I want to see at least the core of the Avengers get some licks in on Thanos, and then Iron Man be like, all right, boom. I mean, I like the Iron Man. I like what he said. That shit was dope. But still, where was Hulk? Nowhere. Where was Thor? Nowhere.
I think they needed Hulk.
And then they was playing NFL Blitz. Okay, here's Spidey. Run with it. Run with Captain Marvel. Run with the gauntlet. Everybody run. I'm just like, whoa, what's going on? That's supposed to be our Super Bowl right there? Y'all actually had an actual NFL game in the freaking final battle. And the gauntlet was the football.
Yeah, but
that's a good ending.
And they made it look like the only person that could take down that ship is Captain Marvel. You have Thor and you have the Hulk. Send them out. They could have
taken Thor used his lightning, right? His lightning powers in Infinity War when he smashed all those dudes that was rushing Wakanda when he was taking over. Where was that? Give me some of that. What happened to Thor? What happened? MIA, milk carton. He was milk carton.
I guess you gotta see it in another way. Like, I understand what you guys are saying. You guys want them all in shape, but at the same time, like Thor lost his entire family. He lost his entire planet. You know, the guy.
He's not a human. He's not a human. He's a.
So did
Superman.
So did Superman.
And it wouldn't make sense. Like even when all the portals opened and everyone else popped out, like Black Panther, Spider-Man. Those were like their support. Like their light. On the other side. So if you would have put them, where they look perfect. I mean, yes, they're gods and they have superhuman powers, but at the end of the day, they're still human. So you have to portray a little bit of that sense where they're human. They're broken down. They've lost. Thor gained weight, like you said, Remy, Black Widow looked like total shit. She had black, circles on her eye. What happened to Iron Man where he lost all that weight? Everybody was broken down. I think the one that probably was the
I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying game time. When it comes game time, they need to show up.
I don't mind him crying to his mom either, to be honest. I felt like that was necessary. Like, dude, the guy lost everything. But I'm saying, like, this guy should be like almost a war general, man. Like, this guy has had so many battles where he's lost so many men. I know he failed in this one mission where he didn't kill Thanos in Infinity War, and he feels the guilt of that. And he should like take comfort in his mom or maybe his dad, whatever. But you can't have his send off where like the final where like Captain America, like think about this. The last time Captain America saw Thor, he was fat. The last time America saw Iron Man saw Thor, he was fat. Do you know what I mean? Like this is his best image to his team as well, right? And like that's
let me ask this.
And what would you were expecting though? Like a training montage in between?
But they had no.
He's actually a typical Viking. Well, he's acting like a typical Viking. strong, doesn't give a shit, you know.
They had zero reason to train. You got to think, even when Black Widow, when they had that little conference, they were like, what are some problems with the world going on? And no one had nothing. You know what I'm saying? They had no reason to train. You know what I'm saying? There was no threat. So you guys want them to like sit for 5 years and just be training for no threat for 5 years. There's no reason to train.
Why does Thor have to train? He's a god.
What do you have? What?
Guys, the whole point you're trying to say, like he got fat because he was whatever. The whole only reason he's fat is because the writer thought it was funny. That's the whole point. I'm trying to. It's comedy. It's because of comedy.
Like you're trying to justify their decision by the emotional aspect of him, but in my opinion, like he was clearly put there as comic. And that's the issue. You know what I mean? Like he could have been broken, he could have been crying, like no problem. He didn't have to be fat. You know what I mean? Like that the fatness was just put there for comic relief. And you know, like there's so many other, why isn't Natasha Romanoff fat? Why isn't like Iron Man fat? Why like that doesn't make sense.
You guys are just looking at it as like thinking, okay, well, they made him fat because he's a comedian. Well, he spent 5 years just sitting back drinking beer, not working out. What the fuck happened?
He's Thor. He doesn't need to work out. What is this working out thing? Working out is for humans. He's a god.
Yeah.
Odin was fat. Like,
yeah, that's how we say Odin. Putting on the weight there.
Thor is not Superman, though. Come on, Superman doesn't have to work out.
No, I would say the other way around. I think Superman would have to work out.
Yeah, but
they put like a fat suit on or something.
There's other heavy as Guardians. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure where the whole like just because he's a god he don't have to work out. I mean,
exactly. His father was a god. He didn't look.
Yeah, he was chubby.
You know?
Yeah, I mean,
guys, that's not the point. The point is you don't.
Oh no, but now it's not the point. But you guys are.
You don't waste the best movie of all time having Thor fat. You want to have him fat? Do Thor 4. Have him fat. That's fine. You don't waste the whole ultimate scene in a comedic Thor.
But see, I think it communicated that they can't go on forever just being perfect.
Dude, there's one thing not being perfect, and there's one thing specifically doing changing a character to add laughs. Thor, it's there in that movie to add laughter, just for comedic effect. That's it. That's why he was fat. That's why he was drunk the whole time. It was just for laughters, and you wasted.
The same thing happened with Hulk, and
the same thing happened with Hulk, and the same thing happened with Hulk in Ragnarok. The same thing, but Ragnarok, it's
not in Ragnarok, in Infinity War.
And Infinity War is funny because in Infinity War, Thor was pretty badass and he was serious. I didn't know why they can't just carry it over.
No, I'm saying like Hulk had the same treatment in Infinity War that Thor had in EndGame.
Yeah. You don't waste the best, the last movie, the epic event in that. I think it was disrespectful to the character, in my opinion.
But like that might not be Thor's last movie though. If
but it's not his last movie. They're going to continue Thor.
Right. So, so that argument won't even stand then.
You don't like it's.
I see what you're saying though, David.
Cheap laughs for no reason. Like why?
I wanted to see Hulk do something more than just snap his fingers.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. And I could see why you want to see Thor be badass. I could see that.
And I think that's what Avengers 1 did so well, where you could really see all of the, other than Captain America, you could really see what each person is very efficient at. Like Hulk tearing through those buildings, ripping those Chitauri apart. Thor like using his thunder. Like I felt like they could have used the Hulk from Avengers into this one, where you just give him like a 10-second clip where he's ripping things apart. You know, like I felt like that was kind of missing. But honestly, the thing that ruined it the most was Thor. Like, dude, like when what's her face died, and then Thor ended up making a joke. That was like so uncalled for. Like that completely ruined the tension in that moment.
Which one?
Like, when the girl died, what's her face? When she died, and then literally the scene like on the lake, he starts saying like, yo, what do you mean? What do you mean like we can't bring it back? Like he was making.
I didn't think he was making a joke. He was just saying we have the Infinity Stones and we can wish her back.
It seemed kind of comedic. Like people were laughing in the theater where I was. And I felt like that was like selling her short. Like I don't like that. the same thing happened with Doctor Strange when the Ancient One died, and then all of a sudden the Cape started making jokes when Cumberbatch was crying. I don't like that. I feel like things have to take their toll with people, and they can't be, you can't make a joke of stuff like that. Otherwise, the movie like loses its authenticity.
No, but you also gotta look at it another way. I know you guys are upset with the whole Thor thing, but at the same time, if Thor would have been perfect, all his muscles, mighty thunder, wouldn't that have taken away a little bit from maybe Iron Man? I mean, they were trying to focus on Captain America and Iron Man. I believe watching the movie, those were the two characters that were more focused on. Maybe that's why they look crappy,
because those characters, because those characters aren't going to be continuing, and that's why.
Exactly.
I think Thor, they still have a chance.
That's why maybe they made Thor the way they did, kind of comedic, so that he doesn't take away the thunder off of them too.
Or maybe they had to dumb Thor down because just one-on-one he would have blew Thanos out of the water just by himself without the gauntlet.
Yeah, Thor was pretty OP.
Yeah.
In Infinity War.
Infinity War, yeah. So you got to think if he was in his prime, he would have beat Thanos by himself. They probably had to dumb him down. But I think it made it more realistic.
Yeah,
I didn't see it, but
I didn't like it. I'm not gonna say I liked it. It was my least favorite character, but I didn't really care for Thor. My whole focus was on Captain America, was on Iron Man, Black Widow. My focus was on them. Even Ant-Man, to me, Ant-Man was like, what happened? Where was he? Like he was there, but to me, he wasn't just that memorable, in the movie. Right. My whole thing.
Okay.
I think that's a way to.
Good point. And I'm gonna add to that, and probably in the way that you didn't intend for me to respond, but saying that, like, if you want to have everybody to have their moments, like you said, Ant-Man, he could be Giant Man, like during the big battle, and just wreck some stuff. Hulk, he could be just wrecking some stuff. Just see people paying over here. All right, Hulk's taking care of those big ships like he did in the Avengers.
He snapped though, bro. He snapped. Half his arm was like ripped off right before the fight happened. Mm-hmm. He can't.
Should have been healed.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He can't be back for game time. So now
he's
on the bench.
It happened right then and there. Then as soon as he snapped,
they got blasted.
Thanos came down and they dropped the building on him, and he was holding the building.
I don't mind as long as you use it for plot. It's totally okay. But when you start using it for humor, I don't like it. But I thought Thor having his arm hurt was. Hulk. It was not.
You guys didn't like the little Easter egg of what was it, the Secret Wars of that cover where he's holding up the mountain? He's holding.
Yes, exactly. So if he can do that, you tell me he can't wreck nothing up with one arm?
Yeah, but dude, that's a completely different universe, man. Like how that Hulk would probably smash Thanos without the gauntlet.
Right.
So you gotta have something where it's like in perspective, right?
But it's movies, though,
But Thanos did have the gauntlet for a second, and then Iron Man took it from him. That's what I'm saying. Y'all missed the opportunity that Thanos could have had the gauntlet and then have the big boys and girls jump in on him. Everybody's trying to get a piece. Bang, 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 bang. Eventually, and keep the same ending where Iron Man takes it from him, and then Iron Man does his thing. You can keep that. But give Thanos his moment. Give Thanos back the gauntlet, because like y'all said, Thor could have beat him by himself. Any one of them could have beat him by himself. Especially Captain America this time. I don't know how Captain America.
With them, he would have just snapped. I think because he knows what they're up to, I think he would have just snapped if they gave it to him.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened in Infinity War. He had the gauntlet. They all went after him. He ended up snapping. So they didn't want him to have that chance with the gauntlet, because then it would have ended the same way. Or
right. I'm actually glad. I'm actually glad the Infinity War part two, because it was totally different. Even though it was a continuation, it was brilliant to make it its own movie, but a continuation instead of just making the same fight again. And who knows, it would have ended the same way. I don't know. I think it was brilliant. I think when I was done with that movie, I was like, they don't owe us nothing else. You know what I'm saying? The Avengers don't owe us nothing else.
I think Kevin Feige did a good job. All of them did a really good job. I'm very happy. Like I kept this Thanos because like this is the Infinity War Thanos is the one that I like more than EndGame. But I would buy that armored Thanos as well. I felt like he was a great villain. Mm-hmm. The movie was great. like it was good. It was just not up to par with Infinity War. Infinity War set the bar so high that Endgame just couldn't meet it, in my opinion.
Oh,
Infinity War was
one of the actually I do I really applaud the ladies in this film though. Like Nebula, I loved her and I hated her. I'm like, damn, because of her, this shit gotta happen. But damn, because of this gets to happen. You know, I thought she was great. I thought her acting was phenomenal. Scarlett Johansson, I thought she was phenomenal. Her role in the movie was great. And that little bit was like the best story between her and Ronan. That was in itself was an actual story. And they had to do what they had to do to get the stone.
Also, one thing I didn't like was when the Thanos' ship blasted the place and nobody died. I felt like that was unacceptable, dude. He knew.
Yeah, I thought War Machine was gonna die in that.
I thought War Machine or Ant-Man, dude. Ant-Man literally took it full on, and he didn't die. That was kind of cheap. They should have on that one, in my opinion. Especially when you're gonna nuke the thing, dude. Like there's literally a nuke bomb on top of the thing.
He dropped like 50 bombs on him real quick.
That was kind of.
What did you guys think about the beginning of the movie? Did it start off slow, or was there action right from the get-go?
It was slow. But I
no,
liked it.
the first 10 minutes is when he cuts Thanos' head off.
But it was slow though. Like it was like people are sitting around, people are talking.
Hey, what did you think about this? Like the intro was kind of weird because there's almost like the Hawkman scene, then an intro, then another scene, and then another intro, and then I didn't like the Marvel credits. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of weird.
The music they had, it was.
Yeah.
It did, yeah. It like seemed like that whole. I don't know. It's like the whole intro seemed really weird. But hey, by the way, real quick, Tim, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, happy birthday, Tim.
It's that time again?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, happy birthday, bro. Hey, I could have sworn I just said happy birthday not too long ago, man.
He's getting older by the minute. You know?
Like to be wished happy birthday every 2 hours.
Oh my goodness. Oh, hold up. The first 2 hours were okay. Actually, I appreciate
first 2 hours. Jeez.
No, it wasn't slow the first 2 hours.
It was slow in the beginning, but yeah.
It was slow, but I was enjoying it. I was soaking it in because remember, I'm in the moment. So I'm trying and want to absorb the story that I didn't get. So it was slow for nothing. So it was kind of like a recap.
I love the way that the Infinity Wars.
Remy, watch it again. You can be like, okay.
I'm gonna watch it gladly.
Tell me
the whole time.
Well,
That movie
hold
was
on.
awesome, dude.
Let me ask.
Dude,
I want to ask everyone on the panel real quick. Your favorite scene, and I know we're hating on it a lot, but what was your favorite scene in the movie?
Okay. Oh, can I throw in something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Theatrical scene or popcorn movie scene?
Whatever you like. Because I know Omar, he likes theatrical stuff. He likes that stuff. And, some people like the emotion of how they felt about the scenes. You know what I mean? What was your favorite part of the movie?
Yo, that was emotional, man.
Yeah,
I still liked it. I realized the garbage within the movie.
Before anyone says anything, Michael hasn't seen the movie, man. I feel bad saying.
Yo, Michael, you can leave, bro.
My favorite part.
Okay, I don't mind.
Spoiling.
Some of this stuff is making me want to see it more. Actually,
yeah Mike's gonna be like, "Oh, this is the part they were talking about."
My favorite.
I can't wait to see the fat Thor, man. It sounds hilarious.
My favorite part is when Rocket is talking to Thor in that scene, and he's trying to give him courage, and he's trying to be inspirational. He's like, "Dude, you gotta man it up. You gotta do this." And I'm going like, "Okay, Thor's back. My Thor's back." And then what happened? He just runs away crying. That was my favorite part. That was my best part.
David hated it.
Dude. That was you got to see his
No, for real. My two favorite scenes I can't pick. It was the hammer, when Cap picked up the hammer, and I think and the second one was when Cap and Cap were fighting each other, and he says, "I can do this all day," and he goes, "Oh, I know." Like that's
that was cool.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
It had a lot of moments, though.
Yeah, they had a lot of moments.
It did. It did have moments.
I can't choose, man.
I mean, one of the greatest moments was when they showed Captain Tony Stark's daughter. I mean, that was freaking brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Where he had to make a choice where his decision can alter the reality of today. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, what would you do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
But no. But they said it would not affect what's going on now. Nothing will change.
He ended up figuring that out, that there's a possibility that it won't affect. But at the very beginning, when they came to him, he said,
they thought,
even
otherwise,
So let me give you guys my two. Obviously, Captain America, when he powered the hammer, that was amazing. I thought it was the best fight scene. And then I liked when Tony met his dad.
Yeah,
I liked that. That was awesome. I was like, what are they doing with this? I'm like, oh, okay, they're killing Tony.
That was dope. Yeah, I like that. That was sweet.
George, you got any favorites or what?
The hammer scene was dope. There's a lot of favorites, man. The scene. See, I felt like the daughter showing Tony's daughter was cool. I didn't really care for it so much when Tony was actually dealing with her. I felt more when Happy was with her. And then when Happy asked her, are you hungry? And then she came out with the whole cheeseburger thing. Yo, I was crying already, bro. So I was a little bit sad in that scene, bro. So I thought that was good. But no, for funny scenes, I really like the part where Thor was with Thor and Cap were fighting side by side, and he tells him, okay, you take the small hammer and I'll take the big one. That one happened. So yeah, that was good.
Yeah, hit and miss jokes between the Thor, and that one hit. Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
We don't have to go to the line, but if anyone has any good scenes that they like that weren't mentioned, I guess.
I mean, for me, I mean, obviously, I think everybody loves Captain America with the hammer, but when he says Avengers Assemble, that part was so epic, and I think when Scarlet Witch gets her one-on-one fight with Thanos.
Yes.
I thought that part was epic, man. And as far as the best emotional scene, just the funeral at the end, man. When they showed the proof that Tony Stark has a heart floating in the water on the flowers, and then just
you make me cry, bro. You're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, I cried for like 10 minutes straight.
We haven't mentioned him in the whole show. Hawkeye was badass.
Oh yeah.
No, I brought him up.
I like him on it. Oh, you did? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, with him and Black Widow.
Yeah, he was
Did you like the Ronin part? I really didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Yeah, we could have done without it, but it's a good nod to Ronin though.
Yeah.
Because what else was he doing at the time? Mm-hmm. What else did he have to do? But avenge his people.
Natasha and tried to figure things out. like a real Avenger would.
For 5 years?
Yo, his whole family died, guys. Come on. Like his kids and everything.
Yeah. Did you guys talk about at the end where Cap gave Sam the shield and not Bucky? That was kind of strange.
Yeah, we kind of made fun of that.
I told y'all last year they was gonna follow that. And thank you, Marvel, for proving me right. That he was gonna pass the torch to as he did in the comics.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's supposed to, yeah.
I mean, both were capped at a point.
Both, yeah, right.
My favorite part was when Tony was back on Earth and he was giving Cap the speech. I felt like that hit home. Like that was because in the beginning in Civil War, I thought Tony was like the villain. Even in Avengers, like when because everyone was so mean to him, right? Like in Age of Ultron, they're like, dude, why are you making Ultron? And in Civil War, like, why are you trying to take away our freedom? He's just like, I'm trying to keep the team together. And then when that happens, because the team got separated, right? Like Doctor Strange and them, they went to the planet, and then they had to fight Thanos by themselves. Like I felt like Tony really knew what was coming, and people didn't really give him like the respect that he deserved. And when he was like about to break down like in front of them, I felt that really hit home. That was the only emotional part that I felt in the movie to me. Like I really felt like he was broken.
Did you guys like Stan Lee's scene, or was that kind of weird?
That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Didn't he have two? Didn't he have two?
Cheesy.
I only seen the one where he's in the car with the.
Yeah, that was it. Just the one.
Yeah, it almost looked CGI to me, honestly.
It was whack. It was like freaking a half a second.
Yeah,
he's got more time before.
A really cool moment though. A really cool moment for me was and I would say it's probably Hulk's only cool moment in the movie was when he's going back to the Ancient One and the Ancient One hits him.
Yeah,
that was sweet.
Knocked his band out of him. Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, that
What
was cool.
about
That
My
first
favorite
scene.
part was when Howard the Duck jumped out of the helicopter with the bazooka and shot Thanos right in the nuts with it.
what about when Pepper Potts was in the suit? That was kind of legit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when she first showed up,
Yeah.
in the end battle, yeah, that was dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all hands on deck. See, that's what I'm talking about. If Pepper Potts can make the fight, that's all I gotta say. If she can make the fight, come on, man.
When she was back to back with Tony, that was pretty sick.
Yeah, back to back with Tony. Yep, that was cool. Yeah.
Yo, so like the first. Oh, sorry, Barb. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say my favorite part of the movie is when Tony snapped his finger when he had the gauntlet. I think it was just, throughout all the movies, he was like that rich, arrogant guy, thinking he's the best out of all of them, and and he was the one to do that one selfless act, at the end, to help everyone, to bring everyone back. And even though knowing that he was, it makes me emotional, but even knowing that he's gonna lose his daughter. It was emotional.
Yeah. No, well, I think
to bring everybody back, it was a selfless act, and that was my favorite part.
Well, crazy where he couldn't talk either when after the fight was over, and like he couldn't even talk. That was like, dang it, man! Like he was all.
He was fucked up, man.
Yeah,
that was sad. He was really.
Yeah, it made it really sad.
Yeah, that was.
But I think they were foreshadowing this. They were foreshadowing this in the first Avengers, right? Where he goes up to the portal
with the whole rest thing.
Yeah, so they're kind of foreshadowing this.
When Steve and Tony were talking to each other, he's like, you're not the one that would be laying their life on the line. Like when they were like confronting where they were meeting the first time, he's like, you wouldn't do anything to save anybody or something like that. And
yeah, that's what I thought of when he did that. Yeah, I was thinking of the first.
Yeah, Cap told him, he said, Cap tells him, he's like, you're not the one to lay your life down for the rest of us,
Yeah.
I seriously
something like that. So.
That shit made me emotional again.
Oh, she's crying. Oh no.
I think I have like 4. I'm sorry. Just real quick. The scene with I'm calling him Ronan from here on out. So Ronan and Black Widow. That scene where they was fighting to say like, no me. That
I want them both
scene.
to die at that point.
See, stop. No, come on.
It's so annoying. I'm like, dude, just both of you guys jump off.
I'm with you.
No.
Jump off, bro. Jump off.
But the fact that she did it would have more impact for me. And of course, the hooray moment was, Cap with the hammer, Tony with the snap, and the most emotional part was for me the Pepper saying we'll be okay. Because that to me is like realistic. Like we can all relate. Anybody that's in a relationship is like, wow, shit happens. She got your back. So I felt that, man. So that was great. And that's
crazy.
For me, it was like when she said we'll be okay. I was like, oh, they're gonna be okay. And then all of a sudden she said, you can rest now. And I'm like, no, like I cried, like right then and there.
That cried, bro.
Yeah, that carried me out all the way into the parking lot, dude. I was just like, hold it together. Think of something else. Think of baseball.
I held it. I was in the parking lot, in the car, crying the whole way out.
I was telling my nephew, like, don't even talk about the movie. Let this like.
The only good thing about Iron Man dying, the only good thing is that I don't have to hear Spider-Man say Mr. Stark anymore. That was the best part.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that.
So much, Mr. Stark.
I'm actually looking forward to Far From Home a lot more now because of that.
Mr. Stark. So
I felt like the Tony's death part could have been a little bit longer. I don't know. It didn't really like hit home with me. I'm not sure why.
What do y'all think about Jarvis being the butler? That was kind of legit too.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Jarvis.
A lot of good moments, man. It really was.
But they got that from the TV show, though.
Yeah, that's from the show. Yeah, that's from the show.
So, who did you guys go see it with? Who did you guys all go see it with?
Just my wife.
Yeah, my wife.
Yeah.
I went with my 6-year-old. So at the end, when my 6-year-old was crying, I was crying too. Whenever that little guy cries, I cry.
Yeah, I went with my nephew, and dude, right when Tony Stark died, and the whole movie's like either like the whole theater is either crying or pitched quiet, he grabs his freaking popcorn. He's like, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, I was like so embarrassed.
That was like the best popcorn moment.
Yeah, because he's actually not even really focusing on the movie. He's just like watching everyone around. He's like, okay, this would be a perfect time to be a little idiot. You know what I'm saying? And,
can I say something quick? This might be controversial, but I think it would have been, in my opinion, a better idea to kill off Captain America when Thanos broke his shield.
Yeah,
and like it was amazing. Like I was even ready. I'm like, die like a champ, dude. Like it was perfect. And then I'm like, what? And
I didn't want to go out like
That's
that.
sick, man.
I would have dude, but Captain America was by himself. Everybody was down. Like it was a perfect opportunity, bro, to die like a champ because everybody
had half his shield left, man.
No.
Then you would have missed the whole epic moment when Doctor Strange meets everybody back, because then he hears on your left.
No,
you would have missed that.
Imagine like Cap like laying there like
yeah, dude, it would have been fucking epic.
Avengers assemble, and then everybody would have charged like.
And I would have the happy ending, have Tony just retire with the little girl, whatever. Have the happy ending, have Cap died. I would have.
Tony should have died in Infinity War, in my opinion. I think he should have died. Like when he stabbed him, I think that hit home with me. I was like, no, please no.
His arm was fucked up too, bro. Like I was ready. I'm like, yo, this dude's gonna die.
They should have had Thor like bring a 40 into the battle and just throw it and smash it on Thanos' head.
Wow.
That would have been awesome. He hit him with like a keg. He like.
I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. That would have been so legit.
You know, what about when Ant-Man punched the big flying thing, whatever it's called?
Yeah,
that was cool.
That whole beginning part of the fight looked like one big like splash panel to me. That was dope. I thought that whole part was great.
Mm-hmm. I have a question though, guys. Because what I want to do is, my question is about getting all the tech guys together, like Starks, even scientists, Starks, all the brainies, Starks, Hulk, Spider-Man. My question is for Ant-Man. Now I know he's surrounded by techie guys, but is he one himself, or he's just a guy that can just?
No.
What is his? What does he bring?
Original Ant-Man, yeah.
Well, Hank Pym is a brilliant mind, but Scott Lang is not.
Mm-hmm. He's just a thief.
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man is just a thief. That's what you're calling him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This Ant-Man, like this Ant-Man, not the original one. In the Avengers, he's just as smart as Tony.
David,
the comics.
What's up?
Julio G says David has issues.
I guess so. Like,
no. The reason why I asked that question, like, would you guys would have liked to have seen all those brilliant minds come together to get this time travel instead of just an overnight? Tony got it.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah, but Spider-Man wasn't there though.
Oh, true.
He wasn't there. If Tony and Hulk work together,
or Hank wasn't either.
It seems like they've always downplayed Hulk's until.
Well, Ant-Man showed up.
You know what?
Well, that's what Ant-Man's not.
Oh, they should have brought in Mr. Fantastic. They have Fantastic Four now. They should have brought out Mr. Fantastic.
Reed Richards.
Yeah.
That would have been clutch.
So, question before I leave: what do you guys think is next? Like, what do you guys think are they going to focus on? What do you guys think the new Avengers are going to look like? Like, what do you guys?
I think it's going to be. I mean, they're going to do the Spider-Man sequel, the Black Panther sequel, the Guardians sequel.
After that, 5 years from now.
Far From Home is phase 3 though. It's not. It's not in the new phase.
With Spider-Man, Hulk, Captain Marvel.
You still got War Machine.
Black Panther.
War Machine should have died.
I don't know. I think he's going to be a part of the. He's not a part of the Avenger group though.
You don't think War Machine will be?
No. Black Panther. He's on his own. He's not.
He shouldn't be.
You don't think he should be part of the Avengers, like the cinematic Avengers group, not the comic?
I mean, it's gonna be Falcon Cap. Falcon Cap is gonna be there.
Yeah.
I mean, War Machine. As soon as
Machine
destroyed, there's really no more suits for him because who else is gonna make it?
War Machine should never show up.
Do you guys?
If War Machine does show up, he'll probably get killed first round.
Do you think that they'll bring actually Iron Man back with the AI?
They might do Iron Heart.
War Machine should have died in Civil War. I don't know why he's doing again. Perfect time. Like,
wait, what happened to him in Civil War? I don't remember.
He fell off the.
Well, he's kind of paralyzed.
He got shot by Vision. He got shot by Vision.
He was just paralyzed. He didn't die. He wasn't gonna die.
Shouldn't he have died in Iron Man 3?
He got hit by Earth.
When Iron Man was falling in Avengers 1 and then Hulk saves him, it's because he was gonna die. And then when War Machine falls and he dies, he doesn't even die. He just gets crippled.
Right, where he fell from the sky, yeah.
He got lucky.
He was in a suit too, though. Come on. Ain't like he
So was Iron Man, though.
Come on, Remy, you being too nice, man.
Falling, free balling. I mean, he was in a suit.
You can explain that he fell into a patch of grass, so it was soft.
He fell in Florida. It was like swampland.
Iron Man got like there was a building that dropped on Iron Man before, right? In the water.
Oh, in Iron Man 3, yeah.
Yeah.
I think after this movie, I would only be excited to watch Spider-Man: Homecoming. What is it? The Homecoming? What is it called? Yeah, that one.
Far From Home.
Yeah, that
Far From Home.
And I think they're coming out with Black Widow, but I don't know. I don't know what would be the point of that one.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm guessing, like going back to some of those things you were saying back of how Spider-Man, how he at the end he met up again with his friend, and it was like they're still in high school. I'm thinking they might do like a continuation, maybe in Homecoming at the beginning, where
Far From Home.
Yeah, what is it? Far From Home? Yeah. Far From Home. Homecoming was the other one. Where they might, reunite at the beginning and then do that scene there. And then maybe that's why they also didn't give Black Widow, a proper goodbye. Maybe there's something there in the next Black Widow. I don't know.
Hey, Barbara, I have a question for you. Sorry to cut you off, but did you keep up with her hair during the movie?
With her hair, it was like different colors.
I mean, and the length was like she started off like all blonde, and then long, and then short, and then half and half.
5 years.
It was like kind of pinkish or reddish and blonde. I don't know. It was super weird. I saw that.
I don't know. Yeah, her hair was just going crazy for me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was different colors, and yeah, it was kind of weird.
I think about the ship price.
I would watch a Silver Surfer movie if they made one. I really like Silver Surfer. I would watch completely new characters. I just felt like a lot of the Avengers should have died, and they should have started something new, like with the X-Men or Fantastic Four. Like there was just like, dude, like this is the most biggest villain in Avengers, and like only like 2 people died, and one of them is speculative that he might even come back. Like. I don't know, like in Loki. I mean, I don't know. I felt like they could have made him a little bit more threatening. War Machine should have died. Cap should have died. Like if Winter Soldier's not getting the shield, he should have died too.
He should have died too. Get him out of there.
You don't have to kill everybody.
If you're gonna have Thor mope around, kill him too.
What's the point of bringing everybody back? You want to kill them all?
They don't want nobody coming back, bro.
I mean, but you know what? Like we're thinking about it as adults, man. These are like kids' heroes too. You're not gonna they're not gonna kill off like people's prime heroes. It just doesn't happen.
And then they kill off my boy Quicksilver.
What kids out there? What kids out there like War Machine's my favorite hero?
Right?
Within the last 20 years.
Think about it. Like once War Machine's suit gets destroyed, who's gonna make him a new suit? Like
Tony's got a whole bunch. Tony probably made him like a nano suit.
What was he wearing at the end? He had like a different suit altogether.
Yeah. He had 2 or 3 suits in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who love War Machine.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird how War.
I don't know if it would be
it was weird
franchise to kill off, the little kids.
War Machine gotta go, man. He dodged death like 500 times.
Imagine how impactful Civil War would have been if Rhodey died.
And it made more sense. The fight would make more sense because it's personal, bro. You killed my best friend.
Yeah, exactly. He would have been like, dude, you cost me my friend and my parents. Like, dude, now it's like, it's like all of a sudden he's crippled. I don't know.
I agree.
Omar, I have a question for you, man.
Yeah.
To me, I thought Cap effed the whole movie up and was selfish.
I agree.
I agree. I'm with you, bro.
Okay, I mean, like all of that for what? So did he mess up the timeline? And so he just. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you're coming back old, so you didn't do your job, which means all that saving people. What that has to affect something though.
What do you mean?
Or no? No, because he came back old.
And
he shouldn't have came back old.
What I don't understand. What
I thought you were talking about Civil War.
No. Oh no. The EndGame.
Yeah, what was wrong with that?
That made sense to me. That's probably the only time travel part that made sense to me in this movie.
Right.
How does that make sense?
It's because there's two Captain Americas at this point. So the Captain America that we've seen throughout the whole movies went back in time to a point when his younger self was still frozen on ice. So he takes and lives his life out, not fighting any wars, living his life out with Peggy, while the other one gets thawed out from ice, does all the battles that he's supposed to do, up until the point where he goes back in time and the loop completes.
Yeah, it completes the loop. Yeah.
In fact, it would be really trippy if in what was it, Infinity War, when he runs into Peggy? I think it was that one, or was it Civil War? When he runs into Peggy and Peggy tells him that that I had a guy that I lived my life with and I got kids with and all that. That would be dope.
That would be dope. You're right.
So
yeah, that's legit.
So why did he come back? I don't get it. So he went back to be with Peggy.
Mm-hmm.
So why is he back?
He
passing
came
off
back
the shield?
because Peggy was dead and he probably was gonna die soon, so he wanted to pass the mantle to the next dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, plus he knew he couldn't just leave them hanging from that day. He probably kept it. He was like, I left to go back in time on this day at this time. I need to make sure I return to let them know what I did.
Yeah, it closes.
Okay, but you sent him to the store to get eggs and milk, and he went on and got more shit.
And he got
what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, he met a chick, hung with her for 90-some years. My God, Cat.
He's the one, the guy that hasn't moved on though. He was, even though he had to act hard,
Yeah, as soon as he saw Peggy, when him and Iron Man went back for the Tesseract, I think he knew right then. He was like, he was already like, yeah, I'm gonna have to come back and be with her.
Mm-hmm. I was okay. Cap, I always felt bad for Cap for being like a man lost in time. I always felt bad for him. Like, so I understand him making that decision. Like he always felt like he never quite fit in, but. I do agree that it does create some time issues, but I didn't really mind it.
It does, because
I really hate Thor, man. It really pissed me off. Thor really, really annoyed me. I felt so bad for him, man. They didn't know justice, especially after they finally got his character right. Like in Thor Ragnarok, like with his overpowered like beastness, and Infinity War, like they finally knew like this guy is the strongest Avenger, And then they just throw him out there.
Mm-hmm.
AJ, he shouldn't have passed it off to Bucky because Bucky was still figuring himself out at this time. And I'm talking about per MCU movies. Bucky, he was like, he just got his arm back from Wakanda. He's like, all right, I agree. He's getting back into things. Falcon was sharp and ready to go the whole way through. He was like right by Cap's side the whole way. So
yeah, but Falcon can't use the shield like Bucky can.
That's what I was thinking. That's my only. Like, I'd rather actually Captain Falcon be Captain America, but he's not a super soldier like Bucky. It makes more sense.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying the timing. He's saying that Bucky should have had it first. I mean, Bucky might have been the better candidate overall, but as of right now, based off of what we've seen, Falcon would be the best candidate.
Yeah. Yo, Falcon took down a giant pretty badass. Like stabbed it with his wings.
Stabbed him with the wings. Yeah, that was
badass.
Oh my God.
Yo, Cap's fight with Thanos was pretty sick. Like when he tossed his shield at him and then Thanos knocked it away and then Cap threw the hammer at it and then it created like that big like wave of motion and it pushed Thanos back. That's pretty sick. Like
that's pretty cool.
Stuff like that is pretty creative. Like how they made the two interact with each other, or like when he knocked
the fight choreography.
The hammer. That was sick.
Yeah, the fights were awesome, man. The choreography for the fights, it was great.
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys were saying Thor was just like a comedian. He was supposed to be the joke of the story.
Please do not call him Thor. Call him Ragnarok.
Hold on, but the laughter was never with Thor. It was always at his expense. So he was heartbroken the whole time.
Nobody was sad for him. Everyone was laughing, bro.
Laughing at him though.
Yeah,
not with him. He's not laughing. Thor was not laughing at all in that movie.
I'm okay laughing with Thor. I'm not okay laughing at Thor. That's the difference. Like,
Yeah, that's just because
when Thor like grabs the mug in the first movie, it's like another, like that makes me laugh. Even like I'm laughing with Thor. I'm laughing at Thor, but it's also with him, But like when he does dumb stuff like that, I don't like it. Or like bring me a horse, like that kills me. Stuff like
Exactly. That's not it. Exactly. See?
Well, but they're bridging. Okay, take the godness away, right? That he's a god and he's like Superman. They're just trying to make him more relatable, and they're just trying to show you like how beat down a man can be. You know what I mean?
After all, I just think they want
to. She's gonna die anyway. Should make her overweight, or like Ronan. Make Ronan overweight.
Is that because you like Thor the most? You don't want to see him?
No, I just felt like it was like.
I don't want any character to be changed for the sake of comedy. I don't want any character to be changed for the sake of comedy. Like you can have one joke, but to change the whole character for a joke, like it's silly.
They like I don't know, man. Like his first two movies weren't even good. Like his first two movies were pretty bad, and then they finally got something right with Ragnarok. Even though I think it was just a little bit too humorous, and then they finally nailed it in Infinity War. Like I thought he was great, but then they like threw him out. I don't know. It's just they finally got him. After 4 movies, because Thor is a hard character to get. Like how are you gonna get a god? How are you gonna make him like something, relatable? You don't make him fat. Like that's not the way to make him. You make him relatable by like making him out of place in the world that we have today. Like this guy wouldn't really fit in there, but understand.
It's not just that he's fat though. It's not like there's something happened in Infinity War. You know what I mean? Like
he's mentally.
Who's his best friend? The guy that had the eyeballs, like what's his name? The guy with the sword. What's his name? He got murdered in front of his eyes.
Fortnite, dude. He was playing Fortnite. They were trying to make him like a.
He was drunk though.
He wasn't even playing Fortnite, to be honest. He was playing
Fortnite and crying, dude.
I think when he picked up his hammer, it might like they should have like at least helped him like reduce it, like put him back into shape. Because like how like he almost died and then he picked up Stormbreaker and it healed him. So maybe it should have done something like that.
I thought they were going to do that. I thought they were going to like do some like type of like Thor magic where he's like ripped again or something.
That would have been garbage.
Yeah, I would have like. I thought they would have done that though.
If you're gonna make him fat,
that wouldn't have been the first garbage in the movie though.
Yeah, y'all act like he had a triple chin or something. He wasn't like he had a beer belly. That was it.
No, and I don't mind the fat. Hold on, I don't mind the overweight as the crying the whole movie. That's too much.
No, I don't mind the crying. I mind the overweight.
No, but remember, when he's crying in the movie, he's going back to the exact day that it was his fault his mom died.
And that's what I'm saying. I agree with that. Like, even though I'm not a god, like even like I could imagine like even after being all of that, I see my mom one more time.
Right.
Like I would break down on that. And
it was actually
Remy.
Guys, every line that every time Thor is in the screen, it's followed by a joke. Like even with the mom, oh, eat a salad, please, son. Like, god damn it, dude. Exactly, it made you laugh. So Thor is the comedic relief of the movie. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what your mom would tell you if you came up to her overweight.
I agree with that. I didn't mind.
Someone put on the chat fat shaming with a little sad face, and I do think it's true. Yeah, he's fat. So what? The guy went through a lot of shit, and I think it's yes, he's a god, but I don't think his powers make him be in shape. I just think
Barbara.
He was a warrior. So that's what made him fit. So he's now 5 years sitting on the couch playing Fortnite, drinking beer, eating crappy food.
And he drank a lot of beer.
Yeah, he drank a lot of beer. Like you can see the kegs piled up in the corner. It was ridiculous, So, and I mean, come on, he wasn't terrible. He had a little belly. It wasn't that bad.
And he killed Thanos. He did kill Thanos.
Yeah, he did.
That was the best part. He stopped being a man after that. He was a baby after that. I can get past the fat. The fat really don't bother me. I mean, not that to the level of crying, just crying like a man, and then there's crying like a baby. He was actually crying like a baby. That's what I have a problem with.
Exactly, dude.
I thought like it was okay until he had his pep talk with the raccoon, and then I thought like I was like okay, that should be done, right?
Look at this picture, bro. Tell me this is not for comedy, bro. The whole Thor thing.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like glasses.
Yeah, they call them
hand
big
on his
mouth.
hand.
They made the big
That's what I was
about
gonna say. He looks like the dude. Man.
After he had that pep talk with Rocket, I think he should have been okay after that, you know. But they didn't. Like he made him like hyped up, and then all of a sudden, like it went back down. And I was like, nah.
Yeah, but after he met up with his mom, he wasn't crying about everything at that point.
Yeah, I felt like his mom should have came first, and then Rocket came after. You know, like that. His mom like had to talk with him, and then maybe like she gets killed again or something like that, and then he has to talk with the raccoon, and then it should be good.
Yeah, but
when I see a movie with Thor in it, I want to see this, dude.
You want sexy Thor?
I paid $20 for this.
You want sexy Thor?
Yeah, that's what I want. Dude.
You want
shirtless?
You want shirtless sexy Thor? Okay,
I want to see. This is what I paid for.
How'd you pay 20? Oh, you went to one of those special theaters. Okay.
I paid
$20.
$20 and $20 for nachos to see that, dude.
But can we talk about Game of Thrones for a second?
Yeah, I'm done to talk about Game
Hey
of
guys, I'm gonna head out though.
All right,
I gotta get to sleep, man. I gotta get up early. So it was good being on the chat with you guys. Take care.
Stay here, man. Good night.
Good night, man.
I have yet
What
to
do you
watch.
guys?
I've never
What
watched
do you
it.
guys
So.
think is in the future for Game of Thrones?
Oh, they ruined that show.
I think they ruined that show too.
They ruined that show.
7 seasons. Winter's coming. Winter's coming. Half an episode. Winter's over, dude.
Winter came prematurely.
This is Florida, bro. They're wearing flip flops
so
right now.
anticlimactic. You know what I'm saying? It was like over so quick.
They didn't kill
But
anybody.
is it over
They didn't
though?
kill anybody.
Maybe it's not.
Hopefully not.
I think it would have been okay if Jamie and the girl died. If those two died, I think I wouldn't mind as much. But there was no loss there, like literally nobody, like other than the friend zone guy and
Friend zone guy.
That's funny.
There's plenty of time for a lot of people to die.
And the little girl. Yeah.
the little
Nobody ever
girl.
remembers Sajora, but
I thought like they did her well. Like the little girl's death was nice.
Hey,
That
that
was
little
good.
girl, like
Yeah.
when she was running at the camera, I was just thinking like Tim Kask. I'm like, ah! I was like, that's all I could picture. You know, I don't know why. I was just like, that just reminds me of Tim just running at the camera.
But I felt like the show in general it kind of fell off after season 5. Like
But
I disagree. Man.
I disagree with that big time.
the whole thing about Game of Thrones, right? It doesn't follow your cliche kind of storytelling. Well, you know the hero's not gonna die. In Game of Thrones, when you watch like first seasons, you don't. Anybody can die, bro. Everybody's a risk.
Yeah.
The episodes seem like any other Lord of the Rings. Like Jon's not gonna die. Like it felt very safe. Yeah, I didn't feel like the Game of Thrones.
People that died. There was
And-
the girl. There was Daenerys. That guy.
Friend zone guy.
Bodyguard.
Some guy, and
Sajora.
Nobody cares about those guys, though.
That's D-list. That's like Mr. Freeze D-list. Like
We're saving the more dramatic deaths, I think, for the next few episodes.
My feeling is that they gave you a really awesome battle that you could barely see. And
Yeah.
then you have the part that you've been building up with all the lore. So you have the Raven, the kid who turns to the Raven brand, and they don't really show what his purpose was. Because like when he turned into the Ravens, he didn't even like let anybody know what's going on. Like he's surveying the battle, and it's like,
yeah.
what's the point of that?
oh no, I thought no, he does that to tell the Night King where he is.
Yeah, he was gone for a minute though. He was playing.
Maybe the
Theodore
Night King
for a
didn't.
minute.
Maybe the Night King didn't want to kill him. Maybe the Night King was there to knight him or something to make him the new ruler.
Yo, there's a meme with him with his eyes up, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Watching EndGame." He was watching.
That's great. And then I thought that there was a scene there where we could have been able to legitimately prove that what's his name that Jon is actually a Targaryen, and then they didn't do that with the dragon about to like burn him with fire.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
thought that would have been
yeah.
cool. But then you see him survive that, and then you'd have been like, okay, yeah, he's a true Targaryen. Because next episode we're gonna have some kind of discussion. We hope with Daenerys, right? Daenerys doesn't believe that he's a Targaryen.
Yeah.
So
And you know what doesn't make sense? when they send the whole half of their army forward for no reason to die. Like, I just don't
I
understand that
completely
move.
agree with that, man.
Like, what? Like, I'm like,
Who
what?
leads with their cavalry?
You
Like,
can't
why
lead
would you lead
shit.
with that?
And you send the wolf too?
Not only that, before they even before Melisandre lit up the swords, like what are they going to do? They can't kill them with those knives. They're not made of dragon glass. They're not made of Valyrian steel. What are you gonna? Why are they even in the fight in the first place? Those swords have to be like a special kind of material in order to kill the White Walkers, the Whites. So why are they even like fighting in the first place? Melisandre came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, like now it makes sense that they're in the front lines. But before then, it doesn't make sense.
Yo, I want to say it again. It was so dark. I'm shutting down the windows. Like, this can't be right. Like, I'm turning the lights off. And the thing with the dragons went on for too long, man. And I couldn't see shit. I didn't even know which dragon was alive or dead because that was that dark.
The dragon fights were cool though.
My whole thing is, with the whole show was basically based on the Night King and these walkers and stuff, and then we still have 2 shows left, and there was just nothing given to us in regards to 3 shows. So there was nothing really given to us in terms of what was the whole purpose of this Night King and the walkers. They just Arya just literally came and killed him, and we're like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was super badass, but at the same time, it's like, who the fuck is he? What does he want? What do they want? What's the whole purpose of them? So it's like,
I think they're there to.
Huh?
They're there to get rid of the humans because the humans are destroying the world, is what I see. They're meant to somewhat be like the good guys, I think. Even though they're the dead, it's just all the humans in the show have just been kind of ruthless and killing each other anyway. So
that's what I kind of thought. So it's kind of like, his relationship with him and Bran. It's like kind of like, okay, what's going on there? What does he want? Like the whole show is based on him, and they just literally like killed him and no answers. So I'm wondering if maybe there's gonna be walkers towards the end, or that's it, they're gone.
And Bran was like, "What?
I hope not.
Gonna be anything after this?" Oh my God.
Yeah.
When he found that to Jamie, why is Jamie alive then? If he tells him that, like at least they should have either died. He should have died, like Jamie, or they should have lost the war. Like otherwise, why is Bran saying that? Because he's supposed to be able to see the future.
True.
That doesn't really make sense.
No, he knows the past and the present. He can see what's going on. He doesn't know the future.
No, he can. Wargs can see the future. I'm a book reader, and Wargs can see the future. He can see the future. 3 Raven.
Then why didn't he tell him what was going to happen? I don't believe it.
Because if he tells him
from what I've seen on the show.
I'm sorry.
Because if he tells him what would happen, he explains that. If he tells you exactly what's going to happen, then you're not going to do it. Something will change.
Yeah.
So.
I thought Doctor Strange said that.
Did he?
Yeah.
I get my shit confused, but it was a.
They probably both said it.
No, but George, if you go back and rewatch like the first 3 seasons, you'll see what I mean by like the writing kind of fell off. Like you could definitely tell they stopped using George R.R. Martin's like work because like dude, like even rewatching the first season, I could not even guess what Tyrion was going to say. Like his speech completely changes after season 5. Like I could not even tell you like when he talks with his brothers and stuff like that in the beginning, like it was so unique. Like in season 8, like for example, when Sansa was like, "What am I supposed to do with this?" I bet you could tell right away like what she was going to say. Go back to season 1. I bet you won't be able to see that because like the script is so much like different. Like they use so much George R.R. Martin's work. It's really, you'll see what I mean once you see it. Like
my problem with George R.R. Martin is you had 4 books. I think 4 books written, but when they started creating, in fact, he's had most of these books written for a while. How the fuck have you not written another book in the time period that they've been doing this TV show? It's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Would you rather wait or would you rather see like Winds of Winter?
Doesn't he have another show or something going on?
Yeah. He was tweeting about it while the show was going on, while Game of Thrones was going on.
Hey guys, I'm gonna get off here. I gotta wake up and drive tomorrow morning early.
Good night, Barb.
Good night,
Good night, guys.
Thanks
Have
for
a good
coming
night.
on.
And have a happy birthday.
Thanks.
Bye, George.
See ya.
See you. Bye.
I'm watching Detective Pikachu next week.
Oh, bye, Remy. Sorry. Bye. Good night.
I can't see myself going to see that in the theaters, man. I
love.
I'm gonna wait till that comes out.
Can't wait.
What did you all think about the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer, bro?
Oh my god, that looks horrible.
It was so bad.
Are they going to cancel it? Or are they going to come out with that?
They should cancel it. They should. That looks really, really bad. I don't know why they just didn't use the Sonic the Hedgehog from Wreck-It Ralph and just make it something like that if that's what they're doing.
Oh, yeah. That would have been good. Something animated. Yeah.
Some stuff you just shouldn't bring to real life.
No.
I don't think Lion King should come to real life. In my
Absolutely, hell no.
I agree.
Lion King
Yo, getting back to statues quick. What did you guys think about the production Doomsday color changes?
I love it.
I don't.
You son of a gun.
I don't like it.
It's gonna be good in person. I think everyone freaks out.
I would compare like the shirt. Like you would see that the shirt on the prototype is a lot more contrasty than the one on the production, and you could see the lighting is different. So I wouldn't judge too hard on.
Yeah, you can see it on the Apple too. That's the first thing I looked at was the apples. One looks darker than the other.
Exactly, yeah, and that's probably why the production looks so much like more contrasty.
I hope so, man. Because the green in the pants look way different, and the gray, it doesn't look gray, it looks greenish to me.
Yeah. Even if the colors look a little bit different, I don't think it's as bad as like a human face, like messing up the paint apps on human face. You know what I mean? I think that's more of a that's gonna hurt you even more, like what they did to Wonder Woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. People complain about Deathstroke, and then when I actually got Deathstroke in hand, he has more details than any of the other.
No, people don't.
He's got more details than Bane.
People don't complain about Deathstroke because of the statue itself and the detail and how it's made. They complain about the suit itself, and it's mostly people like comic book, hardcore comic book fans that really don't like it. Like myself, like I hate that statue, but it's not because it's badly made. I just don't like that. I don't like that suit at all.
Yeah, and then he ends up selling out though. He ended up selling out. What is that noise? Someone playing a guitar?
I don't know. No, but as a statue, I like it. It's just I don't like how they went with the Deathstroke suit.
Cass, can you show me that Flash, man? I missed that, man.
Oh my god! You don't want to see that.
You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that.
I'll pull it up.
It is supposed to be sideshow or no?
No, it's not a statue. It's a one fixed figure.
Yo, what's that guitar?
I think it's Mike. Michael, is that your guitar?
No, I don't have a guitar playing.
There's somebody here. I'm gonna find out who it is. Yo, Fate, I pulled it up.
Oh, 6 scale. Okay.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, Fate, what do you think about the freeze? Are you gonna get him?
Yeah, definitely.
720. What do you think about that?
It's better than, I think it's better than it's better than 1500.
Why would that be 1500?
Because it probably didn't cost them $1,000 to make the Prime 1 freeze. So I'd rather spend 700 for that freeze than spend 1500 for the Prime 1 freeze. That's what I'm saying.
Really?
Prime 1 freeze was pretty ridiculous.
Compare that freeze
in a good way.
That freeze looks like that Green Lantern to me, like the one behind Fate. It doesn't look that much more special.
Yeah, it does. And that Green Lantern's good. That Green Lantern has a really good face sculpt. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm saying it's a nice piece. I'm just saying it doesn't.
You're saying you don't like the pose?
Piece. It doesn't look like, especially when
I don't like the base on that. So.
I like it because it's a museum pose, and most of the Batman villain statues that I have are mostly museum. So I like the bland look for that statue.
Well, the figure itself looks really nice. That Green Lantern, the body and the head sculpt.
Yeah.
Well, my only problem was the base was a little generic looking. Besides that,
and it's out of scale.
Figure, awesome. No, it's not out of scale.
720 is a bit much though, because then what's the next? How much is that Logan going to go for? That Logan's going to go for more. You know,
it's getting crazy, man. That Doomsday maquette, that's going to cost me almost $1,500 for that thing.
You know how much shipping is for me for that Doomsday?
I'm assuming $140, $150, something like that.
$150 for shipping.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the most.
Yeah, I'm in California and it's 130 something, I think.
And
yeah, I'm not even that far away. And I got to pay tax on it, so that's $200 and something.
Hey, why is it $100 and something to ship to you in California?
That's nuts, dude. Yo, go
Some
pick it
guy
up.
was saying earlier that he lives 20 miles away from Sideshow, and it was like almost $130 to ship it to him. 20 miles away.
You looking at that back row, David?
Yeah, that's my next pre-order, I think. What do you guys think?
Not for me.
Oh, I think I might lose my Doomsday, man.
Oh, really? What? Why?
Yeah, I had situations come up, man. So,
oh shit.
Yeah, I'm probably. Hopefully, I can salvage my Green Arrow because I really, really, really wanted him more than all three.
Oh yeah, dude.
Which is.
You know what?
Doomsday is expensive, man.
You could probably pick him up in this secondary market.
Yeah, or
Later
I might just continue just the Bat line at this moment. You know, the Batman characters. Yeah. Unfortunately, man. Yeah, I had tough times, man. So I might lose. Lantern, all three of them: Lantern, Arrow, and Doomsday. And he's coming up like now. It's like it said it would be.
Yo, I don't know if you know, bro, but you can push those payments back like for a long time, bro. Like you can probably, if you have it on payment plan, you can probably push it back to like October, November. No lie.
I don't currently have it on payment plan. So
you can do it. You can
change it.
Put it on payment plan.
You can switch it.
You just have to do the first payment. As long as you do just one, you can postpone it for a long. Dude, I postponed because I didn't know if I was gonna keep it. I've pre-ordered Swamp Thing in January. I did a live here, and I still haven't even made a second payment on that bitch. Like I'm just because I want to watch the show first, see if I'm really into like something, and then I'll pay it off. But like,
so you recommend put it on payment plan and
put it on payment plan. Do your first payment, which won't be much, and then you postpone it. Like you can postpone it like 2 or 3 months, and then if you're forced to pay the second payment, I think you can postpone it again. And like I said, it's May, and I only done one payment on something, and I ordered.
Because they won't charge you anything extra if you start making payments. Sideshow used to be every time you made a payment, they charge you an extra $20 when you canceled. Say you made 3 payments, it would be an extra $60.
Wow.
When they refunded you your money.
Yeah,
they switched that though a little while back.
And if you're gonna cancel one, don't cancel the Green Arrow. If you're gonna keep at least one, do the Green Arrow because X is on waitlist. John Stewart is still available. And
Right.
Doomsday is on waitlist too.
Yo, I got a bunch. $170 to ship to Canada. How is it $150 for you guys? And this thing is huge.
I don't know. How the fuck. 40 pounds too. Well.
Look at this. Look how big this is.
That's what I don't get, man. The Thanos maquette, Thanos on Throne or whatever, he was like, I think less than $60 to ship to me. Jesus. Now it's over twice that for Doomsday.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I know shipping has gone up because I sell on eBay and stuff. Shipping has gone up in general, like across the board with USPS, FedEx, and Home Depot. Not Home Depot. FedEx, fucking UPS, yeah. And I just don't see it being double though like that. Like it's crazy. $150 to ship Doomsday.
Yeah.
Yo, look at this. So I pre-ordered this baby in January 18. The first payment in February 15, dude. And look at the next one, May 15. But it's done though. I think I can't postpone it anymore. I will have to pay this payment. Shit. Yo, I don't want to show this. So I have to pay this one and see if I can postpone it even further. But dude, you can delay.
Yeah, apparently that Swamp Thing is not all PVC, eh?
Yeah.
I heard it's not. It's like resin, some resin there.
Yeah.
People were saying
his body was like. I heard his body was supposed to be vinyl originally, so I don't know if they switched.
The X I think is sold out, so I don't want to cancel it. I'm gonna keep it.
He looks nice, man. I was very close to ordering that statue, but yeah, he's pretty pricey himself.
Yo, Tim, man, if you collect movie statues,
look
at this.
Oh, the Thanos.
Yeah.
I want a Thanos now that I watched that stupid EndGame movie.
Yo, like Iron Man looks right into his face, and he looks right into Iron Man's face. Like I have the Mark III. And
you think that's better than on Throne?
No way. You got to get the one on Throne. If
honestly, quality-wise, it's the exact same quality. It just depends what you like more. Like,
yeah,
I could attest to this quality. Like, this is really, really top-notch.
I like the portraits on those Iron Studio ones.
It's ridiculous. It's
Yeah, the
incredible.
portraits are really good.
Incredible.
Ah, wow, dude. Oh, let me see that again, dude. Wow,
Look at this.
that looks legit. Makes
Yo,
me,
it-
seeing that face makes me want to peel that Iron Studio Superman, bro. That face looks amazing.
Maybe go after the new one, Tim. The
Boulder. It's like a nice rock.
EndGame.
Yeah, we'll get the new one because I like the battle armor.
What do you guys think of Thanos on Throne though? Like,
I love that sketch. Man.
I'm not gonna be able to.
Piece. I had it. It's a nice piece. I just think it's a little overpriced for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could probably find a good deal though if you
are
patient enough.
The exclusive is a much nicer piece, like a nicer portrait.
I'll just
Although
wait.
before
Maybe,
I got my replacement, it had a few issues. You know, besides just damage, the paint was a little duller than the replacements.
Some guy on Facebook
Almost-
is selling one like unopened, so I'm kind of worried about buying one that's unopened.
Yeah, I
Because
won't buy anything that's unopened.
Even open, by the time it gets to you, the leg might break.
Right.
That's why I don't touch that piece. I don't know. I don't like that piece. I like it. I think it's worth around 15 to 1800. I don't think it should be 2500. Like what the exclusive
No.
is for. I don't believe that's or like 2000 to 2500. I don't think it.
Yeah.
No. There's not enough detail there, in my opinion, and it doesn't flow as well as like Doctor Doom does, in my opinion. Like Doctor Doom really flows on his throne, while this one is like his hand is crushing it. He's looking this way. I don't know. It doesn't really work that well to me. Just my opinion, though.
Yo, I like how Sideshow now works with when your waitlist converts. It's like different. Like you get a message here, and then it just says your waitlist got converted, and then you click on it, and it says pre-order. It doesn't charge automatically like before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
And that means you could use your points, right? Because I know
exactly. Yeah.
in waitlist you couldn't do that before.
You're gonna pre-order that live right now?
No. I'm not gonna. I don't want 1/3. But like it converted yesterday, I think it was. So they gave you till after May 5th to keep it or not.
George, what do you got coming in? I know you got something crazy coming in, don't you? You got that fat boy Batman.
Yeah, the Fat Boy came in the other day. I still got to do a review on him. I had a problem with it because they put the magnet in backwards for me, so I got to wait for another sausage link to come in so that I can get that together.
Are you gonna get the Superman one? The Superman one looks amazing with the cake.
No, I'm not gonna get that.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna stop with Batman. I like Batman. Plus, I just there's some pieces that I'm gonna be getting rid of soon that I just want to make some more space for other things that are coming in. I got the next one I think coming in soon is I think Rogue or
the Rogue is nice.
The new one, right?
The new one.
Sideshow?
Yeah, I think that's the next one.
Did
I have
you
a
see
lot of
those
XM on
pictures?
order. But
You see
yeah,
those
the new ones look good. Yeah, so that's cool. I got a lot of XM thoughts on order, but that's not coming until like next year. So
Congratulations on the Mythos. That's like some of the best 5 pieces Metro's put out.
Gotta admit, dude, after I got them, I'm like less. It's like I feel like I don't need to buy anything else right now.
I'm telling you, man, those pieces. Whew.
No, I haven't been ever since I finished the line. It's like I just haven't been like rushing to go get the next pre-order real fast and everything. It's just like whatever.
But especially
I get it.
Boba Fett, in my opinion, that Boba Fett is one of the best pieces like ever made.
Yeah,
I think Obi-Wan's the best, man.
Yeah, Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Kenobi's the best of the line, but yeah, of the Fets, I like him the best.
How heavy are those?
Obi, I just feel like he has leaning problems on some of them, and that really scares me. And that makes me cautious. Like I don't know if you've seen, like there's some that are like
yeah,
Michael Jackson lean. Yeah.
Tilting.
Are they heavy?
The Mythos?
Yeah, they look like they're heavy.
Yeah, he's pretty heavy. Maul's not too bad. Vader's got a little bit of weight to him. They're all about average. So, yeah, I like them. I like them a lot, man. I don't know what else I'm gonna get as far as Star Wars goes, and
You can't top those, man.
yeah, it's hard.
Huge congratulations, honestly. Those are like.
Well, you can get that Iron Studios Darth Vader. That's a pretty legit one.
Yeah, that's a nice one too.
Yeah, I have that one.
That is pretty nice.
Yo, so ever since Endgame came out, that Iron Man that you have sold out. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think the
This
regular
one?
sold out. Yeah,
The regular too, right?
yeah, regular NEX is sold out.
Did you guys see that the Thanos bust?
Oh, that thing's nice.
Yeah, that thing
Queen
was
Studios,
nice.
do you have
What
it?
is it?
I wish I
I'm
could
kind
buy
of
that.
Like over 2 G's, right?
Yeah, that
Jeez,
thing's mad money.
that's crazy.
I wish I could buy that though, bro. That's silicone, man. Oh, yo, silicone feels like this, man. You touch it, it feels like
Is
that.
that what it is? It's
Yeah.
silicone?
Yeah.
No,
My only worry about buying the
it's just
silicone
silicone.
is deterioration on it, you know?
Yeah,
Yo.
exactly.
Tim, if you want a Thanos, wait for this one, bro.
Yeah, I'm waiting
Is
for that. I'm gonna get
Wait,
that.
what
one.
is that though?
That looks
Is that a
sick.
bust?
It's a bust, dude, but I still like it. Look at that shit.
Yeah, it's a half scale bus.
That looks badass.
But all their
I don't like
all their
this.
past half scale busts have been amazing.
Yeah, I recently picked up the Spider-Man, the Venom, and the Back in Black Spidey.
Nice.
I recently picked those up. Yeah, I got like a pretty good deal, and they're they're nice, man. They're heavy.
Yeah, you got weight, right?
Yeah, like when
Did you
take
get
them
them
out of the
off of
box,
Tim?
you feel like you're actually getting like your money's worth in stone. If that makes sense.
I enjoy the
Did
hunt.
you
Sorry,
did you
what?
buy them off of Tim? He was selling the 3 of them.
No,
He
I
was
bought
trying
them
to
off
give a deal.
a local guy. Like it was like a beautiful deal. Like, I couldn't pass them up, and they were all exclusives with like both boxes. I was like, I had to
Oh,
buy.
yeah.
David, click on that Spider-Man.
I know a lot of people don't like the nameplate exclusives, but I like them. I don't mind them.
Yo, can
Yeah,
you guys?
me too.
How much do you think this Spider-Man's gonna go for?
With that base, probably 800.
That's gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
That's probably why they're waiting on it.
At least 700.
They're
By
waiting
the
so they
time
can
they
charge
finish
more.
the X-Men line for me, I'm gonna be paying $1,000 a figure. It's ridiculous.
That's a nice Spider-Man, though. What do you guys think about that?
I like.
I think he's
like it.
okay.
The switch out portrait looks nice.
It looks
in my
nice.
opinion. Like the big eyes, I really like it.
I don't feel like it's enough to make me want to upgrade.
I agree with
Now that Logan.
I
that
can't
Logan's
believe
looking
they
real
did a
nice.
great statue and they put fabric jeans.
I love that they did that, and I think it's a fabric. I think that tank top's fabric too. It looks like it.
No way.
No, it's not. It's sculpted.
Sculpted.
You sure?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that it's all sculpted.
No, the
Now
jeans.
No, I think the jeans and the tank top are fabric.
No chance. You'll see.
Yeah, yeah. This is sculpted, but the pants are fabric, I believe.
I don't know, man. That looks like mixed media to me. I could be wrong. Though.
I mean,
Yeah, wait. Maybe I do see a little bit of paint.
I don't mind
think on his chest.
I don't hate it.
I would prefer it to be mixed media, at least with the tank top.
You think that's a day one for you guys?
No, I think you guys should
No.
wait on the ES. Wait on the edition.
I mean,
Yeah, I never do anything day one anymore. Yeah. But I'm assuming they're going to charge like at least 600 and something for it.
Oh no, it's gonna be expensive.
Prices have gotten crazy.
If Freeze is 700, that look is gonna be 700.
Yep.
That look has like twice as much detail as Dr. Freeze.
This is terrible. How do we go to 500 to 700 within like a year or so?
How is Dr. Freeze more expensive than the Joker? That's
Right.
That makes no sense. Yep. More expensive than Bane. And Bane came out not too long ago.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, been announced this year. It's
like that's like literally a regular museum pose. There's nothing special about that.
Look at this is overpriced too. We haven't talked about Lobo being overpriced, I think.
Well, he's a Maquette. He's kind of low for Maquette.
Yeah, but just because you pop it on Maquette doesn't mean like it's still it looks like a PF. What makes it a Maquette?
I'll tell you one thing, that Doomsday maquette better be pretty impressive, because if it's not, I'll send it back.
It's supposed to be.
That's costing me almost
I don't want to be
$1,500,
picky.
man.
I don't want to be too picky. But
It's 40 pounds.
I don't
No,
want to.
that what I saw in San Diego, that thing looked dope.
I don't want to be too picky, but this guy has Kryptonian skin. There's no way a Batarang can penetrate that, dude.
Yeah.
It's Batman. Dude. Batman has a way to
Kryptonite
kill
lace.
anything.
You don't have Kryptonite.
Batarang.
Batman is a way to kill anybody. All right.
I don't think so. Batarang would not penetrate that shit.
If there's a Batman, there's
And he wouldn't wear the Green Lantern ring in his little.
And I'm really glad you removed that.
I don't think it would fit.
It's overdone. It's a little too much. I'm really glad you could remove that.
Yo, but I saw the Prime 1 Doomsday up close. That thing is gargantuan, dude. It's just
Yeah, too big. It's like
way
a
too big.
child.
Yeah. It was crazy, man. I
Man.
sat next to it. I sat next to it, and the thing was taller than me.
That's funny.
I'm not going to judge that Doomsday too much by the updated pics. I'm going to wait till I get it in hand, and if they messed up, then whatever. I'm almost $1,500.
I mean, what is that messed up to you? What's it going to be if it's messed up? Like, what do you consider messed up?
If it's really dull and the paint's just sloppy, then
it looks.
If there's problems with it, I don't think so. Though. It looks pretty good to me. I'm happy with what I'm seeing.
Well, Mike, they don't take it back for any reason, just for, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be a defect, right?
Well, yeah, but whatever. I'd rather eat $100 and something than close to $1,500 if I don't like it. It just is what it is.
I like this color way better, bro. Like dark gray, bright green. So I see different colors. This looks very dull to me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna judge it too much until I see it.
Wait, close this one for a second. Do the other one again, the one that you like.
Well, yeah, by the pics, I like the original one.
Again, I don't know if it's the lighting. I don't know, but I'm saying, but just looking at this picture, like I like this.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
like you can see different colors. This is literally, it's like it looks like a Prime 1 Arkham statue. It's all the same color.
Yeah, they kind of muted.
It's like the cyborg. It's like the cyborg, dude. Like I like the cyborg that I have, but the base, it brings nothing, bro. It's the same color, same gray colors. It's boring.
That's how a lot of Prime 1 bases are, unfortunately.
You guys, I'm getting tired. Let's do some final thoughts. Let's go with Remy. Remy, what do you got going on?
Superman should be here next week. I made the final payment, so it should be here next week. That'd be cool.
Nice.
The new one?
Yeah, late to the game, but
I love that, dude.
Yeah. And I don't know.
The 1/3, the Prime 1?
No. Just the
okay.
The sideshow new one with the Brainiac.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about it, man. Nothing else really going on. I like I said, I want to PO the freeze, but I like it. I really do like it. It's simple, but it's nice. But I don't know. I don't want to encourage sideshow with these dang on price hikes, man. It's like, what do you do? I don't know.
Wait for the ES. Wait for edition size.
Yeah. Even then, it's like, man, the prices are getting out of hand.
Yeah, I'm saying you don't want to be an enabler. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the low ES, you're like this sucks, and you got to kind of, I don't know. It's like
that's the whole, but that's the nature of it, though. Is like if they're gonna have super high prices, they're gonna need to have super low edition sizes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's a super high edition size, if it's 1,000 for the EX and 1,500 for the regular, that's on eBay all day. You know what I mean? A couple $100 off. So
man, I say the same thing. I don't want to support it, but then they throw out statues like this Logan, and I'm like, dude, this could be 1,000, and I don't care. Like the statues are on point, man.
This Logan, is incredible.
Yeah. Like,
I've not seen something where it's like, wow.
When you bring it like that, dude, like I can't charge whatever, bro. Like, I
being crazy, David. Omar, what do you got coming in?
Nothing. This was like the only thing I had coming in, but one thing you touched on last week when you were like, what is quality to you? And I have a checklist for this, and number one would be paint application.
Mm-hmm.
Paint has to be within the lines. Number two, it has to be like 75% close to the prototype. Okay, like you can't give me something green and then I get it in blue. You know what I mean? You can't show me green and I get it blue. And number three is portraits. And number four, I know people don't care, but weight. I need the parts to be weighty. Like when I pick something like this up, like this head, and I feel like it's a big stone, to me, I know people don't care about weight, but to me, this gives me the impression of quality. It feels like I'm getting at least my weight in stone, if that makes sense. Like the weight in stone.
When you ordered the Thanos, was the other one already announced or no?
I ordered it after I watched Infinity War.
What I'm saying is, was the new one announced, or you already
Oh,
received?
yeah. It was it was already no, it was not. I ordered it like when no, but I don't like the new one. So,
Okay.
yeah, I needed something to face off with my Iron Man, so I kind of built like I'm gonna get another display here. I'm gonna turn this one sideways and then Iron Man face that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then it's gonna be like the like the Alpha and Omega, like the first and the last, like the first movie Mark III, and then the last movie with
that's nice.
George, when you
sums up the thing for me.
Sorry, Omar.
Go ahead.
Nah, man. I honestly didn't have really anything going on. Nothing really going on. I came on to hang out because your birthday, bro. Didn't want to miss out.
Thanks.
So, yeah, man. Happy birthday.
MegaCon's coming right around the corner.
Oh, yeah, MegaCon. MegaCon's coming, what, like 2 weeks?
Yeah. I'm going to be there Thursday, Friday.
True. I'll be there Thursday, man. It all fell apart on me, dude. I have I was supposed to be there all weekend, and then my sister laid it on me that she told me like before this that she's graduating college. She got her doctorate, and so her graduation is on May 17th. So I'm gonna be up there in Orlando for MegaCon, drive back the same night, go to the graduation, then drive back to Orlando on Saturday.
Oh, geez.
So, yeah, but it should be fun, man. MegaCon should be good.
Yeah, it'll be good times.
Mm-hmm.
David, what do you got coming in? You just got Batman in.
Yo, I got Batman in, I got Cyborg, and I get Wonder Woman tomorrow.
Which Batman?
Yeah, which Batman?
The new one, the sideshow.
Oh,
What do you
the
think
yeah.
It's an example of statues looking a lot better in person than in pictures. Like in pictures, I wasn't feeling him at all, and I see him in person, and he looks so brute and strong. Frank Miller is that I just, it reminds me of Frank Miller Batman. Like I really like him a lot, actually.
Yeah,
that's the best Batman ever made, in my opinion.
Sorry?
That's the best Batman I've ever seen,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I've never seen anything better.
Yeah, it looks amazing, bro. Man, I feel sad about this old PF, but makes this old PF look like it makes the old PF look like that Flash, that 1/6 Flash. But I'm really happy I got him. But it's an example of a piece you have to see in person. Pictures don't do him justice. And then I have Wonder Woman. I know she's not very popular, but I collect lines, so I have to have her. So.
Nice. Michael, what do you got coming in?
I'm waiting on the Rogue and Gambit print and that Doomsday maquette, pretty much. I'm hoping it's the same case with that Batman, that the pictures aren't doing it justice, and it turns out really awesome. It's a pricey piece, so they better knock it out. That's all I'm saying. I'm just really looking forward to getting it in.
I agree. Yeah, I got Doomsday. Like I said, I got the email today, just like everyone else did. Superman versus Batman. That's going to be the next one. And any day now, I'm just waiting on the Tatsumi to deliver me the One Punch statue diorama.
Mm-hmm.
So just waiting on that.
You ever pre-ordered the Green Arrow?
No, I didn't do it because I don't know when I'll get a Flash. You know what I mean? So, other than that, yeah.
Wait, can I actually? I have one more thing I'm gonna get. Actually, I want to buy this. After I saw these pictures, I was sold. Yo, look at these photos, man.
Yeah, George has that. You like that statue, George?
I love it, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up for sure. Like I look at this, unbelievable. When I saw these pictures, they really did it justice. I'm gonna pick it up for sure. If I can find this for like a good deal,
What's a good deal to you?
Like 500 shipped.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, and I actually I want the exclusive actually for this one.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, now I want the exclusive. But
yeah, Omar, last week too when you said you were thinking about like quality. What is quality? I used to when I first started my channel, I used to grade stuff even though I didn't know what I was talking about. But I based it off of things that I thought mattered, right? Which was the pose, right? Paint, sculpt, and then retail value. And I feel like a lot of people just trash statues and they don't take into consideration any of that stuff, and they just go with companies that they like or that they're collecting at the moment.
I don't think pose shouldn't be a matter of
the pose is huge. Look at that new Harley Quinn. She's like looking straight up. Like pose matters the most, especially if you're a museum collector. Like if you talk to Chris, right? Chris will be like, no, pose matters because he wants museum. He doesn't want action. So it matters on what you like, but
to me, quality is something that is determined after you get the piece in. You know, like
okay, but yeah.
Like what am I getting compared to what you have shown me? That's quality to me. So if you show me like Wonder Woman PF and she looks amazing, and I get trash in my hand, you know what I mean? Whether the pose doesn't really matter, right?
It matters in the overall design of the statue.
Quality, like pose matters before you pre-order. You know what I mean? Like before you pre-order, but after you buy it,
but I don't think people take that into consideration when they do the verses. When they talk about this piece versus this piece, it's like, well, you know what I mean? If they drop the ball in CQ, that's CQ. But the statue overall, when you just look at it, you know, that's a different story.
Composition.
I don't agree with that. Like I think you can. I can compare this with the Sideshow throne. I can tell you the quality is the exact same, even though one's a pose, one's throne. Because again, like you're gonna see what you want, but in terms of value for your money, like this is gonna come same level paint application as the other one, same weight. The pieces, it's not gonna come like in a puzzle set. You know what I mean? Both of them are not gonna come in Lego sets.
Yeah, but there's a new EndGame Thanos, right, where he's literally just standing straight up.
Sure,
you know, what do you like better?
But if I get that in, and for example, the paint is not as good, then the quality is not the same. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, the pose, I mean, that's preference. You know what I mean? That's why I don't understand people where it's like, I'm gonna knock points off of this statue because, like,
well, you did that with Freeze.
I don't like the way the boots look. You know,
well, you did that with the Freeze though. You're like, the Freeze looks boring. I'm like,
I don't think that's quality. I think it's just not worth the money. But I think that exactly what they're showing, that's quality. You know what I mean? Some people might like it more than me. You know, that's preferential. But this, like, if the foot doesn't fit in perfect, that's quality. You know what I mean?
Right. But I'm saying grading the statue overall, not just quality.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to knock a statue because of its pose or, like, I don't know, the face sculpt. The face sculpt looks exactly like
I don't know, man. I interject there. I think that pose does matter just a little bit. Is because if you don't, you could pose a character in a way that doesn't speak to the character. You know, like it doesn't show the character's personality. So, like for instance, they had a Kotobukiya statue of what's his name, Nightwing, where he was posed very seductively, you know, and that looked whack. You know, it just didn't fit the character. So pose does matter, in when you're looking at something when you go buy it.
Yeah, like look at the Lion-O from Sideshow.
Oh, perfect example.
He's high quality, but the pose is just, it doesn't look natural. It's weird.
But exactly.
But the quality, he turned out really nice. The quality was nice. Everybody's happy with this quality, but the pose has just killed it for me.
I agree with you. I think it's, but again, you see how you separated the pose and the quality. You said the quality came out good, but the pose is not that great. That's why I'm saying, like, the pose, like somebody out there might like the pose. You know what I mean? They're gonna see this picture and they're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna buy it based on this picture. And your job as like a reviewer is to review how well it came out after you've seen the picture.
Yeah. I'm just saying overall though. I'm saying quality matters too, but I'm just saying overall, like, I think there should be some categories where we talk about those sculpt.
Well, that back row is a good example too, where she's jumping into the fire and she's smiling. I mean, that just seems kind of weird.
Yeah. I guess that goes with those.
And that's why I kind of switched to, like, in my reviews, even though I don't do them anymore. Like, my reviews used to be like ratings, while now I just do like what I like and what I don't like. You know, I like the pose, I like this, but I don't like this. So So I get where you're coming from. I kind of made it so that it's not like I bash things that are not controlled by the company, you know?
But then again, we wouldn't buy it if we didn't like the pose to begin with. So that part would never come into it.
Exactly. Like when I, for example, if I like the Hulk versus Wolverine and I go to see a review, I don't want to see somebody bashing the pose because, like, dude, that's what I wanted to buy in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Well, with dioramas, it's important though with dioramas though, because then you got to tell someone like, look, this one is hard to put somewhere. Like some of these statues have to be put up on the high top end. Some have to be put on the bottom. Like the Hulk versus Silver Salvage, you have to put that up high because the Hulk is looking down.
Sure.
And it's badass, but like if you're giving a true review to a collector, you gotta tell them like, look, it has to go up high.
Sure. But that's not that you can't dock a statue for this. You can't dock a statue. What do you mean? This can only be displayed high, so I'm gonna be knocking down quality points for this. That's not really fair. I mean, you could say like I had a hard time displaying it other than top shelf, right?
You still knock it down, but you don't. I mean,
like I had people like I've seen reviews where somebody gives it like a 7 out of 10 because he doesn't like the way that the boots or like the pants look, even though they look exactly like the prototype pictures. So why are you giving it a 7? Why are you buying in the first place if you don't like the way the boots look?
Well, I think you shouldn't give it numbers and stuff like that. I think because everything's subjective, but I think that all comes into play.
Except quality. I don't think quality is.
I mean, look at the pose on this Wolf Predator. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
This thing is amazing because of the pose. You know what I mean?
But quality wise, do you think it's higher quality than the Cinema Cat? It's not.
No, it's not. But guess what? I had the Cinema Cat and I sold
you
it.
Like this one more. You like this more because of the pose, right?
Yeah.
But quality wise, like just the overall execution, the P1 from Cinema Cat is like on top, not topped.
Right. Yeah. No, I definitely agree.
That's why I think like a like and a dislike would work. And comparison, you have to say I like this over this. I can't say like no, this is a 7 out of 10 because the pose is not as good as this pose.
But you even said it yourself. You said the Green Lantern was boring. You said the Green Lantern was boring. Why would you want that statue?
I didn't say that. I said the Green Lantern looks like this, and this is $450, while the other one looks the exact same and $700.
Yeah, but that price difference isn't because of the pose. The price difference is because of the time, the year.
What's the price difference for?
Well, because Sideshow's, jacking up all their prices just like every other company is now.
Yeah, so
shipping's more expensive. The factories are more expensive. Like,
Sure. Yeah, but I'm saying like I wouldn't say like that's a lower quality statue. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not. I don't think like that Green Lantern came out exactly like the pictures, in my opinion, if not better. Like so the quality is there. It's just I don't like the piece. It's like the Harley Quinn. I don't like the piece, but you could clearly see the prototype pictures are the exact same as the production.
But then what about Rogue and how? Because then do you grade engineering? How like Rogue is just hooked up to like the new Rogue is hooked up to one hand. You know what I mean? Then
they pulled it like the Spider-Man PF that George has, for example.
Yeah.
Like the things that I would knock it for example, is the paint on the legs. Like some of them, they came with like paint rubs. That's not acceptable. But I can't complain about that base because it looks exactly like what Sideshow has showed me. You know what I mean? Like, so like people literally trash that Spider-Man PF because of the base. Like while they're reviewing it, so it's like why you buy it? You know what I mean? Like Sideshow delivered exactly what they promised you. It looks exactly like that. What they didn't promise you was those paint marks on the legs. That's not fair. You know what I mean? So that is a dock on quality. Or like Spider-Man leaning, right? Like if it leaned, for example, that's not fair. But the base, like it looks exactly what they showed. Like don't buy it if you don't like it.
Yeah. Okay. Explain it that way. That makes sense.
You could explain like I would have preferred the base better than this, but I can't say this piece is bad because of the base. Like you know what I mean? It's just like how this Thanos, it looks exactly like the prototype, right? But I like the base could be better, but I can't knock the piece. You know what I mean? I can't knock it. It looks exactly like the show.
Yeah, it looks like he's saying I don't like this Thanos because he don't have a helmet. Well, he wasn't supposed to have a helmet.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, no, you could still put it on a level though. Be like, well, versus this statue, the base is kind of plain. You know what I mean? When you start comparing,
like Omar said, you kind of knew that when you were buying it.
Dude.
Yeah, even if
you can still compare. You can still compare, like, this paint app looks better on this base than it does on this base.
At the end of the day, when you're doing the review, you're giving the buyer some information before they will spend this kind of money, and then your opinion if it's worth getting this piece versus say something else, right? Because as reviewers, we see a ton of Wolverines and Batmans and all that other shit, so we've seen a bunch of different ones.
And it's their first time seeing the piece too, though.
Yeah.
So even though you see it on pictures, doesn't mean you're gonna like it when you get it in person.
Exactly, and that's the difference in quality, right?
It could be quality. It could be that you hate it when you get it in person too. Like Mike said, he's like, if I don't like it and the colors don't look good and it looks washed out and the colors aren't, and if the quality's bad as well, he's gonna return it.
Yeah, but Mike also was saying too that because the pictures already changed from the prototype to the.
They did, but I tend not to judge things on pictures that much because they usually don't translate well, and that's what almost 90% of the pieces I get.
I agree.
Yeah, it's kind of,
I agree with you.
I think that I understand what Omar's saying. I think I kind of agree with him now that he explained it the way he did. Because like if you think about what we're reviewing in comparison to like say a video game reviewer is going to tell you, what the video game plays like, what they don't like about the game, all that shit. They're comparing it to what was promised to them, and that's essentially what we should be doing as reviewers is comparing to what we were promised. Now, I think that we also should give feedback as to what we feel about it, or like what we think could have been better or worse.
I agree. I think you could have a section where like this is what I would that's exactly what I have. Like I have a section in my reviews where it's like this is what I would improve on the statue. You know what I mean? But like I was watching the Mark III review, which in my opinion came out fantastic. The guy was like knocking the paint application because it's battle damage. I'm like, dude, it shows you that's battle damage.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like
that's not the person who's watching the review.
But you need to take all of it into consideration when you do the review or when you're talking about a statue versus another statue.
Yo, I'm gonna head out, guys. It's getting late.
Yeah, man.
Good night.
Okay, thank you for hosting, man. Happy birthday.
Good night, man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for everyone coming up on the panel. Have a good night, guys. Peace.
All right. Take care, Tim. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.